Hello and welcome to 24, the video game of the movie. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Alright, we're on hour 9, so we only have 15 levels to go. I think that's how that works. Everyone's favorite character, Chase Edmonds, everyone. I am in the Deep Listens chat if anyone would like to join me. But otherwise, this is what I'm doing.
You've got what you want, just let her go.
I don't think so, Jack. You've destroyed our only way out of here. Now
I don't
she's
think
going
so,
to
Jack.
guarantee us leaving here in one piece. You follow, she dies.
No!
No! Oh, god damn it, Chloe!
He and I have a history.
Well, that history could become a
As
problem.
long as we have his daughter, he's no threat to us.
Plans have changed.
Tony, they headed down the east fire stairs, but they could be anywhere at this point.
All right, we'll head them off.
Tony, they've got Kim.
They've got Kim. But who's driving the car? Why, it's Chase Edmonds. My favorite character from 24, the television series.
CTU will have ID'd us. We need to change vehicles. There's a car stashed in an alley off Argyle Avenue. Get us there now.
Getting a little bit of... Oh, good. More driving. You know, I said to myself, you know what this game needs? More driving sequences.
Hurry up before LAPD blocks the roads.
Please, this is 24. The cops are powerless. The only person...
This is the LAPD. Stop your vehicle now.
I can't tell if this is just a quirk of the game. What the fuck? Okay, I just blew up that cop car. I can't tell if this is a quirk of the game or if my controller has some sort of little drift to it.
Pull over now.
So I might need to goof around with some sticks, hammer the buttons and wiggle the sticks, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck, fuck,
Get a move
fuck.
on.
I love video games.
cops or take a bullet. Your choice.
Okay, how do I lose the cops? When the cops literally are on my ass.
Hey, watch out!
Drive faster, or I'll shoot you and drive myself.
If this was really LA, it would just be traffic everywhere. And there'd be no way to escape the
Listen
cops.
now, or I'm gonna take your head off.
How do I lose the cops? Video game. There we go. I lost the cops.
My name is Braden. I
Shut
don't
the
like
fuck up.
opinions. Hey, how's goes the 24? You torturing terrorists to fucking
No,
save
I'm
Oh, God damn it.
playing bad.
Saluting the American
Chloe, god damn it!
Blue?
God damn it, Chloe, I need backup!
No, that's
LAPD is right behind us. Lose
Splinter
them
Cell.
No, that's 24. Is going, god damn it, Chloe! Because she's the
So
only person
Blacklist
other
is the
than...
one where you basically... Guy's like, I have fucking constitutional rights, you'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you have the constitutional right to shut up. Well, I mean, Tom Clancy and 24 share very similar...
Ah yes, Tom Clancy, man who thought that American Catholics were the most discriminated against minority in the United States.
Well, yeah, Tom Clancy also wrote Jack Ryan as the president. And in the book where Jack Ryan becomes the president, he rewrites the federal tax code by putting it in front of Congress and being like, look how big it is. And he also
The same.
stops a plague of super Ebola. Anyway, I don't know how to lose the cops.
Now, if you want a geopolitical thriller writer that's like maybe still problematic, but not that problematic, just read Jean Le Carré.
Jean Le Carre?
Carr.
Not Jean Le Carré?
I've always called him Jean Le Carré.
He's British, my dude.
I mean, he's got a lay in his name. Clearly, he's got some French in him.
I'm sorry, I'm losing it at Jean Le Carré. Hey, remember when Jean Le Carré was traded to the Celtics? So, yeah, I was like, what games could I stream? Because I finally bought the 7 Deadly Sins DLC for Hitman 3. So I was like, I could play that. But instead I'm like, well, America needs me.
And the CIA.
You mean CTU? Counter-terrorist unit.
So, is this a PS2 game, or
This is a PlayStation 2 game.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm misremembering how decent.
Is the
PS2
party
games
all
look.
back here? Aw, cool.
Except for one, yes.
Justin and Relkin need to be quiet because I actually need to get something for Braden. Braden, we need to start proposing things on the variety show wheel.
Okay.
The only thing that I can think of is pitch a game or a musician to be the next character in the new Yume franchise.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I think Em and I talk about Kingdom Hearts is definitely on there.
We already did that last time.
We did? Are you sure? I thought that was just on the list, but I don't know. I would have to re-listen to it. That. Okay, what are the controls? Because is there a way to go faster?
Do you push the button harder? Because a lot of PS2 games had pressure sensitivity.
Oh, Jesus, I hope not.
Is this a game where you accelerate by pressing a button or by pressing down a trigger?
Hold it. Do I use the... Wait, is it saying I use the right stick to accelerate?
Yeah, I think you push the right stick up to accelerate and hold
In
it
addition
backwards,
to
right?
holding X?
You can do... Well, no. I think the idea is you have two different ways to accelerate. So the PS2 face buttons were pressure sensitive. The harder you press them, the harder the game would recognize you pressing them. They were essentially triggers on face buttons.
Hey, Braden, this looks like shit.
Yeah, this game is fucking bad. And the driving sequences are extra bad.
This reminds me of all the time I spent playing Driver 2 as a kid.
I was gonna say this reminded me of one of those old shitty driver games.
Yeah. Well, if I can't make progress here, I might.
Yes, Driver. You know, I'm nostalgic of Driver, but there's one thing about the Driver game, that first Driver, as the single worst tutorial level in video game everness. The fucking place where you need to do all of the car moves in the parking garage. Single absolute worst tutorial level in a fucking video game ever made.
These driving levels are bad, and I have no idea how to shake the cops because
you gotta save the president or whatever you're doing.
Well, you see, I'm playing as everyone's favorite 24 character, Chase Edmonds, who is undercover with the terrorists right now, and he's probably going to save Kim Bauer, and that's how they end up in a relationship at the beginning of Season 3. Because, like every other subplot involving Kim Bauer, Chase is a waste of time.
Is Chase the boy? No. I was going to say the other boyfriend of hers is the one whose legs or whatever she gets amputated because she's a piece of garbage.
No. Chase only gets his arm cut off in Season 3.
Oh, so she gets a second boyfriend's limbs cut off?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
This sounds like a bad luck woman.
Yeah, well, she's Jack Bauer's daughter, and Jack Bauer is, unfortunately, just eternally cursed to have the worst thing. I don't know how to drive faster. There's no turbo button. There's no way to lose the cops because the cops are on you.
If you hold the analog stick all the way up, does it go as fast as it can?
I am holding the analog stick up and holding X.
Don't do that. Remember in Driver 2 when you could get out and run around?
From Driver San Francisco when you were a man in a
Driver San
coma?
Francisco when you could like walk between people.
That's a video game.
Driver San Francisco is a heck of a video game.
It's a very good video game.
Like that game.
I watched Joku play that game, and
This game is cool.
boy, that game is silly.
I have that game. Maybe I should play.
It's really good.
Before Ubisoft cuts off my access to it.
Yeah, before Ubisoft makes it impossible to play all of their games.
They won't cut
I
off
guess
my access
I
to
guess
it.
they. I guess
I will go to Pirate Bay.
The way they solved that the Might and Magic 10 DLC being impossible to play once they got rid of all the Uplay integration is they just made it free for everyone, which is a way of doing it. It's not very good. It's like 5 hours long, and it has like this weird bespoke
You know what? I'm
stealth
gonna shoot my shot. You're playing DLC for a bad video game.
Why do you keep saying 10 is bad? 10 is fine.
It's not a good game. It's nigh unplayable. It
Why
ends
is it
just
nigh
as
unplayable?
Because okay, at launch that game was bad.
Okay,
It
well,
performed poorly, but it wasn't unplayable.
yeah,
It
when
wasn't
I
even
played it, it was fine.
There's nothing of like I don't know what you're saying. Hi Mika. We're playing bad video
So
game.
I just feel like there's a lot of apologism for that game.
And
just
it's
not
yes,
living up
I
to
am an apologist for that
expectations
game.
and for being just okay. It is an okay game that you're holding to a higher standard because it wasn't dog shit.
I was
think
gonna say that game has a little bit of Dragon Age Origins syndrome, where it was maybe better at the time because there wasn't much
Yeah.
else.
But there still
But
aren't
when-
like first-person party-based dungeon crawlers like that.
Not really. You could play Vaporum, and
Vaporum is
That's it.
more of an Eye of the Beholder thing. It's more of a Grimrock. Except it's not as good as Grimrock, because it runs out of ideas halfway through.
And then you get to kill your wife in the end.
Okay. I didn't get that far.
Oh,
I
spoilers,
didn't
I
either.
guess.
Thanks. I'm just kidding.
Like,
I
how do
bought
I-
it, but I have not played it.
Yeah, is this like a pressure-sensitive button thing? Do I have to fucking
Are you
jam
holding
on
the
this
X button down
button?
as hard as you can?
Because it might be that.
Because I remember Metal Gear Solid had that when I played the PS3 versions. There are a handful of other PS2 games where the harder you push the X button, like the higher your character jumps.
It might. This might be it because I am going faster.
Yeah, that's it.
I
You
hate
need to
this.
jam that fucker down. There is
Then
a
why
reason that
why
pressure
would you put it on the fucking trigger? Okay. We're gonna
There
see
is a reason that pressure sensitivity moved to triggers, and Sony quietly never talked about this again.
All right, let's change. All right, is there a version of these? No, okay.
You're not leaving us
If
here.
you push X on config B or config C, does it
Nope.
change?
Nope.
Oh,
It's only for on-foot controls.
I bet that Bourne Conspiracy video game has also aged poorly. I remember liking it at the time, just because it was a more authentic representation of the books rather than the movies.
Well, the books are so fucking Cold War. Like, Carlos the Jackal is the main villain of the Bourne books. A real life,
right?
yeah, a
Remember
real
there
life
are just-
traitor.
also there are a zillion of those books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did a good job of picking which books to adapt into movie form.
And then they made that. Hey, remember when they made that fourth Bourne movie with Jeremy Renner?
Remember when they made that fifth one?
Get a move on.
No, I barely
With-
remember that
yeah.
movie existed.
Matt Damon
They
came
just
back.
called it.
They just called it
If you
Bourne.
want to see,
They just called it Jason Bourne.
If you want to see Robert Robert De Niro. No. Who the hell?
Matt
who was
Damon.
it? Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay.
He had
Wait.
one of his blandest performances you can imagine. Then watch Jason Bourne.
Tommy Lee Jones seems like a guy who very much does not give a shit at this point in his career and is happy to show up in a movie for 20 minutes of runtime.
Disappointing thing was that the fifth movie also convinced Paul Greengrass to come back and direct it, and so I was optimistic of it because it's like, oh yeah, Paul Greengrass, he knows how to direct movies and does very good, hyper-realistic, minimalistic films.
You ever
it's
think
like,
about how the Bourne movies are responsible for shaky cam?
And bad fight
Yeah, I
scenes.
do think about that. I do think about that highway chase scene in the second film being one of my favorite fucking things ever.
Those movies have tremendous car chases with just absolute dog shit fights.
Just the worst.
You can't tell what's happening.
He stabs a guy with a pen in that first movie, and that it all went downhill from there.
That's probably the best fight scene in the whole franchise.
Yep.
The very first film with the guy who bursts
If-
through the
That's
window.
that's
with
that's the one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the
I'm
one.
talking about.
Also, that first movie is probably like it has far less shaky cam. It has a lot of it, but not near as much as the third movie, where they don't hold the camera still for a single scene in the entire movie.
It's realistic.
Yeah.
Real
And
life.
then you get that heavily memed shot from like Taken 3 or whatever, where it's like 32 cuts of Liam Neeson climbing over a fence.
That would. I'm not saying this because it's bad. I'm saying this because this is my reaction to it. That literally makes me slightly nauseous. Cutting that often.
I mean, I'm at the point in my life where I get motion sickness from some things, and it's bad.
Part of the reason I think part of the reason I like Children of Men so much is because that movie cuts as little as possible. It cuts a lot.
Hey,
but
yeah,
not
hey,
like-
remember that scene in Children of Men with the one shot? Yeah.
It's not just that one. It's not
Yeah.
just that one scene. Like there's a scene in the towards the like.
It's almost like Alfonso Cuarón is like a very good film director.
Yes, I have also
I
seen
will s-
Gravity on an empty stomach.
To Paul Greengrass's defense, even he pulled back on that shit. Like, United 93 is very much not shaky cam.
Oh, that's right. He did direct United 93. All right, if I can't get if I cannot win this driving, I might
You gonna play a good video game?
I might play a good video game, or at least a less
No, you
bad
won't.
video game.
There it is.
I was thinking about playing. See, fucking playing Daymare 1998 made me go, what if I played The Evil Within 2 again?
I need
What
to
if
play
what
that.
if what if you played Might and Magic 10 and we still if it's a bad game or not?
I would have to re-download it, but I could do
It's
it.
not very big.
Oh, cool. There.
Can you not turn left?
No, I have to shake the cops before I can go.
That cop just exploded.
Yeah. I have to shake the cops before I can escape. Oh, we're dead.
I just keep expecting some sort of like Blues Brothers-esque like pile up to happen.
The PS2 isn't
like-
powerful enough for that.
It would be fitting for this.
Yeah, this frame rate is already struggling.
Yeah, this game, I mean, I don't know if it's
Remember
'cause- Go ahead.
Go ahead. Because do you remember how God of War 2 ran at 60 frames per second on the PS2?
Yeah, and looks
And-
great.
And
Yeah.
so did Ratchet and Clank. All
Yeah.
of those games.
Most games are not God of War or Ratchet and Clank.
You know,
I know,
Flag Art,
they-
the Adventure Continues also had a good frame rate. Everybody remembers that
Bad
game.
luck, kid. Take over, Joseph.
No, just me? Huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Weird.
One more try. And then if I can't do this, I'm gonna
Be a
fucking...
coward.
I mean, if you want to spend your evening watching me play a bad driving mission in this video game, we can do that.
I'm just saying.
We can do that, Chris.
I'm just saying.
Joku is playing Outriders right now, and I asked if he needed another player, and he said, no, we already got 3. Because I forgot that Outriders is only 3-player co-op. Bizarrely.
Hmm.
This is the LAPD.
Forgot that Paul Greengrass also directed Captain Phillips.
Sure, of course he did.
Also a good movie.
Yeah, also a movie where the camera doesn't stay still all that often.
For a reason.
I'm the captain now.
You know a movie that Tommy Lee Jones was good in? U.S. Marshals.
Game?
Okay.
Okay.
I was.
In case you forgot that they made a sequel to The Fugitive.
They
yeah.
did?
Yeah,
I was-
U.S. Marshals.
Wait,
I was gonna
Isn't
say
he the
Volcano. I'm
villain?
joking.
of the Fugitive?
And he,
No, not
He's
really.
the antagonist. He's not the
Okay.
villain. But
It
yeah,
is,
it
like-
follows him. Robert Downey
Go ahead.
Jr. is the bad guy in that one. Spoilers.
Okay. Is this
The Fugitive to me
Have you-
is like the quintessential 90s thriller film. Like,
It's good, but it's also very unintentionally funny. Because there's
Yes.
things that we have come to just like we know from like movies, like oh yeah, if you're being chased
Oh
and you
my
needed to
god,
get into a
the
place.
fucking part where they use a rag doll for jumping over the edge of the pipe. It's like
Oh,
so
right.
obviously a dummy, and it's
Yes.
like
No, it was
we,
more
we
that
hired
there's a
an
sequence.
anthropologist to make an actual dummy that would move like a real human body, and then it's just the most fakest looking shit. It's the best.
There's a sequence with I think it's Jane Lynch is in the movie actually, where she's talking to she's talking to marshals, and there's this whole thing about like you don't understand he's incredibly intelligent, and it's like going back and forth between him just her talking about how intelligent he is and how they're never gonna find him, and then him fabricating this really shoddy like hospital ID, like just some like I'm gonna take a picture of me and then I'm gonna cut it out to fit inside this like pocket on an ID, and it's just like oh yeah I could do that, but they're trying to make him out to be a genius.
I also would agree, like the whole thing with like I gotta find the man with the fake hand or the man with no arm, like that whole stuff is just the cheesiest fucking most predictable bullshit.
But that is also like straight out of the 60s TV show.
Yeah, it's great.
It is.
Also, like all criticisms aside, it's a good movie.
Very good movie, but to me it kind of represents everything. Like that is a quintessential 90s movie.
Yes, thank you, Yatsu. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
My favorite thing about Harrison Ford, like, speaking of actors who have not given a shit in the last 20 years, Harrison Ford.
I liked him in that Blade Runner.
Well,
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049
He doesn't have to do
great.
very much in that movie, though.
He still does a good job.
Yeah, he puts in he gives more effort.
All he really does is sit in a chair and look angry, and then walks around for a bit, and then sits in another chair and looks angry, and then nearly drowns, and then sits in a chair and looks happy to see his daughter.
have you watched the original Blade Runner? There's just a lot of him walking and looking morosely.
I don't like the original Blade Runner all that much. It's fine. Most of that movie is Harrison Ford walking around in the rain looking angry.
Yeah, it's a noir. I love it.
Yeah, that's noir. It's
also a very slow, very indulgent movie.
Yes,
it is a vibes movie.
Yeah, like
As the
so
kids would
little
say.
happens. So little happens in that movie that
Lots happen.
His commentary, meaning his original narration, or
the only version of that movie I've seen is the final cut.
Don't watch any of the original.
Don't watch
narration.
the theatrical cut. Yeah, I know. Okay, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna shake the cops finally?
No.
I'm looking at a list of all-time best spy films, and Spy Kids 2001 is on this list, and I don't know how to react.
I have not seen Spy Kids since, let's say,
like they have the Third
2001.
Man, fucking
2000.
North by Northwest, and
is Les Cirque
Russia with Rome, and
Rouge?
then Spy Kids 2001, all on the same fucking list. And this is Esquire UK. I expected. What the fuck am I reading?
One of Tony Shalhoub's creepier roles.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Dum-dums.
He was the villain.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Dum-dums.
That's
The
jeez.
weirdest, creepiest fucking thing ever.
Alan Cumming is Floop.
Oh God. What a nightmare children's show.
Yeah, that movie was fucking upsetting. Okay, I beat the level, which means we have to keep playing this.
And I'm telling you
These
that right
faces
now,
look
it's not
wonderful.
possible. We're not even sure which clusters are operational.
Give us your best, Kiefer.
God damn it, Chloe! I need backup.
Not breathy enough.
Okay, Hey, Kiefer, man, you're a pirate. Exactly. And then he tackles the Christmas tree.
You know that Netflix show he did?
Which one?
It's Designated Survivor.
Oh yeah.
It really is. Hey, what if a 24? But he was the president.
What if Jack Bauer was president? Finally.
It's not great.
I just looked up Kiefer Sutherland on Wikipedia, and this dude has an absurdly long name.
Yeah, he's
It is
It's Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
Great. I'm gonna
Why?
say I think Donald is the superior Sutherland.
I mean, yeah, I'll take that. Well,
He
for
was a
one,
great
Donald
Hawkeye.
Sutherland is still in movies.
He's probably the sole good thing about the Italian Job.
The Italian Job remake with Marky Mark and Charlize Theron and Edward
Mos Def.
Norton.
And Jason Statham.
I only know him from The Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
He sure is in that movie. This sure is pressing buttons based on the color.
What are you doing?
I'm rebuilding the database with hacking power.
Oh right,
He's playing with a bop it.
right. They taught me this in school. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
I did it. His commentary for Blade Runner is hilarious and also combative.
I'm initiating the reboot.
Yeah.
Tony, I'll need the
He wrote combinative. I don't know if he meant combative, but I don't know what combinative is supposed to mean.
Three.
You might be watching from a phone. That
Seven.
could just
Stop
be.
making fun of people who make
two.
typos when you know you
I'm
make typos.
not. I can't tell if that's what he means or. I'm not.
Oh,
it's-
a bunch of dicks.
3720092.
Donald Sutherland is also really good in Ordinary People,
Two.
a film that I still hold as one of the few
Zero,
good,
zero.
accurate depictions of CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. Not the other one. Get your hands out of the gutters, kids.
8915568. 891.
You know what you were thinking when I said that?
68. CBT is shit that therapists try to convince me is a way to solve problems.
It's scientifically proven to be very effective for certain stuff.
Yes.
Now I just need to make sure our system has a good
What the
connection
fuck
to
is this mini game?
Oh man, this is like.
This is fucking.
Okay, for a second I was like, is this turning into Tempest? But now it's zoomed in.
I thought for a second it might be Deus Ex hacking.
No, it's way dumber. It's basic pattern memorization.
You put points into hacking, so is that the minigame is easier? Is Deus Ex too much of a normie pick? Right?
Yes. Also, Deus Ex
Well,
is like good, still good, and there's unless Jeff hasn't played it, at which point we should pick Deus Ex. But like,
If we picked
No,
Human
there's too
Revolution
much
instead,
damage.
because there's a
Human
flawed
Revolution
but
is the
interesting
most
game.
normie pick.
Yeah, that's.
Now, if you were gonna pick one, it would need to be one of the two that Brayden's already played.
What if we picked the puzzle
Invincible
game?
War or Snowblind, whatever it's called.
I've played all of them except the fucking iPad game.
You can play
The
Mankind.
Fall?
Yes, Deus
Oh,
Ex
the
the
puzzle
Fall.
game.
What do you want, Madsen?
Yeah, Mankind. I liked Mankind Divided. It ends too soon.
Yeah.
Well, those
Right.
games
Son of a bitch,
have
if you touch
issues
her,
with
You what,
not
Jack?
having
make
bad
me pay?
endings.
Kill me? I got news for you. My days of taking orders from you are over.
What do
The
you
first
want?
game's ending is
The reason your
fucking
daughter's dead.
atrocious,
Guess he
but
was
we don't
smart
need to
enough
rehash
have
that.
encrypted the hard drive before
It's
hitting
almost as
Said
if
has been-
Deus Ex Machina is a bad storytelling device.
There are only two
and
places
always
in
has
Los
been.
Angeles that can do this quickly
Well, I
without
guess
data loss.
to their
First
defense,
is
like their whole
CTE,
point was that they wanted to
which we
use
both know
the
is
plot
not
device of the
full-fast.
namesake of the game,
Second
but it's
is
like,
the agency's branch
why
in
would
Los
you do
Angeles.
that?
Drive there and wait for my next call.
Choices, so then we can ignore that when we put out the
Clock
sequel.
is ticking.
Damn it.
Yep.
Oh, so he has Kim, and he's like, I need you to.
The following takes place between 3 p.m. and 4
Need you
p.m.
Does Mankind Divided even acknowledge, like, does it just pick a choice that you made and just
I
takes that as canon?
believe the canon choice is you
Is
blow
destruction.
Up. Yeah, you blow it up.
It's the fourth ending, yeah.
Yeah.
The one down the hallway.
Or was too smart to be
And
caught.
you somehow survive, and then you lose a bunch of time in recovery. I don't
do
remember
I
if
get
they
to
actually
drive? Do
properly
I get to
explain that.
drive again now?
Oh, I
Are
hope.
you? Oh look! I gotta
Gotta drive again.
Is this
drive
Grand
again.
Theft Auto?
I am
Yes.
You got 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do it.
If only you get to drive something better than a car, like a hovercraft or something.
And now this guy's like, Jack, I used to work for CTU. It's me, new villain character.
Why do I find that hard?
Man, what
to
happened to all
believe?
the neck
I don't
snapping?
care what you believe.
Well, you should. I have your
This game
daughter.
used to be good.
And to be honest, if I were you, I'd be a little more than worried. I'm sure she's
This SUV seems like shit.
If you touch her, I'll kill
All
you.
the driving in this game seems like shit.
You had your chance 8 years ago, and you didn't take it. You didn't kill me then, and you can't kill me now. Even if you got the opportunity, I don't believe you'd take it. You know why? Because you haven't changed. 8 years, and you haven't changed.
Motherfucker, Jack Bauer has killed so many
Play by your own
people.
rules. You always have, but
Oh, so it's a 24
when
game.
all the smoke's cleared,
Like,
still have
I
innocent
don't...
people who sign your paycheck.
Sir,
Right, Jack?
villain giving this monologue saying, you won't
Years ago,
kill
my
me,
family
Jack
wasn't
Bauer.
involved.
Is that the line that I have to cross? What about due process?
So you're
What about
saying
being
that
innocent
Jack
until
Bauer
proven
is Jack
guilty?
Bauer.
What about all that crap that you so desperately fight for?
Let me talk to my daughter.
That's not an option. You know that. Just knowing your daughter, Kim, is it? Just know Kim's doing just fine. You don't have anything to worry about. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if after everything is said and done, she didn't want to leave. That's how good we're treating her. So let's not talk about that anymore. Okay, Jack? Good.
I... Just like...
Not a goof there.
Is this guy being like, Jack, you would never kill me. What? You believe in due process? And it's like, motherfucker, what video game do you think... Who do you think I am playing as? There's a reason why the
Oh no, you
title
gotta
of
stop
this...
over it.
Yeah, there's a reason why the title of this stream is Karl Rove's favorite anime in playable form.
Hostage
Wheel
taking.
of dubious television and or movie adaptations from the 2000s
From the
to
2000s?
2010s.
I have
That's
great
a small
news.
wheel.
Need to find a
There's a
data.
brand new...
Sopranos,
Use it to access the directory
uh,
files. You must find the directory file.
Reservoir
yeah.
Dogs.
To the decryption
There was a
program.
reservoir. What would that even be?
Yeah, there was a Reservoir Dogs game. You get to
X-
play as Mr. Blue and find out how he died.
X-Files Resistor Serve, a high-quality Tower of
Doesn't
Dubious
that game-
horror games.
Doesn't that game take place before the actual movie?
Sure. Well, they all fucking die at the end of Reservoir Dogs. So it has to.
You have to find out how exactly Mr. Brown dies, and Mr. Pink.
This is a high
All of
security building. They'll never
All
let
of
me
it
in.
is revealed,
you're gonna have to
and
be creative.
great detail that you were looking forward to.
I'm
Remember
visiting
when
your
they were
office. I
supposed
need
to
a
make a
visitor's
Dirty
pass,
Harry
please.
game,
Oh, are you
and
with me at the department tour?
slowly but surely they realized, oh wait, nobody gives
Yes,
a
I'm with
shit
that tour.
about the Dirty Harry franchise.
You're running a bit low.
I watched that
They
for the
said
first
it's
time 2 months ago.
What'd you think of it? The first
It's
one.
I got held up at the
Fine.
airport.
I don't know.
Did you get stuck in security?
He says the line at the beginning of the movie, and you're like, "Yep, that's it." And then there's a lot of
Police brutality.
How long
Yep.
ago did the tour head through?
Only a few
I'm watching
Since I'm already
gameplay of the
late, please
Reservoir
just let
Dogs
my
game, and
pass.
this looks like a
pass. Ah, this must
the
be
perfect kind of
the
trashed
net.
fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna play it,
Mr. Lynette,
but
do you have my first name down as well?
Braden should.
Well, of course we do.
Yes, you
David.
there's a part where the dude like grabs a female hostage and she goes, "Stop, no," and that's her exact voice acting.
Here's my handgun.
nice.
Thank you. Now
yeah.
we're all set to go.
Okay, now this is some sort of fucking stealth.
I forget
As you
if
can see,
for
the building has been
Braden's
recently
purposes for
refurbished.
this wheel
It
of
was a
stuff,
hit.
if
Here's
like
our missing group member. Well then, let's move on, shall we?
Bruce Lee
Follow
Quest
me.
of the Dragon video
I will
game
not
would
be.
count.
That is not a horror game.
Oh, you joined a tour group. Nice thinking.
No, I'm saying
Don't
Wheel
do
of
anything stupid that's
Dubious.
gonna get your daughter killed.
Wheel of Dubious
Adaptations.
licensed video games.
Stay with
Yeah.
your group for now.
Jackie Chan.
I'll put it this way: I was
Stuntmaster.
very close to buying a copy of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for the PlayStation 2 or GameCube.
Okay, let's
Oh
stop
god,
here
that's
for-
right. We
Why?
have to fucking
Jack,
play.
here's your
Well,
first task.
okay. So first off,
Order those staff
I
People
remember
keep
that
saying
game
that we
being not
Don't draw
terrible.
any attention to yourself.
and then
I
also
need you to find and
At some point, we might have to play the Game Boy game that's actually an RPG.
Yeah, the Game Boy Color version 892591.
Hey, Brayden, are
Yeah.
they tutorializing stealth gameplay to you mid-campaign? Like,
Yeah.
cool. Like, you're like several hours into this game, but now we're gonna tell you how to stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, people, gather around and
Great.
continue on.
So it's like a Final
Is everyone
Fantasy game.
here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's everyone. Please follow me.
Anyway, this sure is. I have to give them credit because this game does feel like a very middling season of 24. They have nailed the tone and the aesthetic and the general.
It's like they perfectly adapted the Garlic Jr. arc.
Yeah.
I got that reference.
I understood that reference.
Yes.
I mean, I expected everyone here to understand it, or I wouldn't have made it.
What a shocker! Everybody here knows Dragon Ball? Huh.
Specifically, filler episode villain that went on to be just as iconic as some of the main plot
We'll stop
villains.
here, just
He
outside the
was.
security manager's
Yeah.
office.
Well, he was the villain of Dead Zone, the movie.
We have a nice view of the
Remember
briefing hall.
Cooler?
I
While this floor is
do.
working,
He's in Dragon
Frieza's
Ball
older brother?
Fighters.
we use
Yes.
Remember the original? I think I've told you guys this, but the original U.S. dubbing for Cooler's Revenge, they replaced all of the original Dragon Ball music with Drowning Pool.
Uh-huh.
So the entire movie is like an
This software helps us to
AMV
do that.
because
Uh-huh.
instead of having the old school traditional Dragon Ball music, it just immediately these fight scenes cut to or spliced with
break for a
Drowning
moment before
Pool's
moving
like
on.
bodies
ready
and
to
then
move
like
on?
tearaway and just Drowning Pool music.
I'll
Okay.
just do a quick
Fucking
head count.
amazing.
Okay. Sure.
Good, that's everyone.
That sounds like something that would have happened
Yeah,
in
Early
year
like
t-
early 2000s
the early
Dragon
2000s.
Ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is when that theme song was Dragon Rock the Dragon.
Yes.
Which is like the most irritating fucking thing to hear, but
The people out. Okay. Here's. Hi. I'm Braden. Here's my hot take. The people who in the year of our Lord 2022 are still like vibing for the Bruce Falconer soundtrack for Dragon Ball. What's wrong with you? Who hurt you?
at least it's not the slide whistle that they put
Yeah.
Let's make
into
another stop.
the Kai version of the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. It's a little bit like.
Well, yeah, the music.
Bad.
Some of the music in Kai is rough.
Control and track
Also, those fight scenes with theme songs that have singing are. I'd rather them not.
Kai's not good.
I would argue that overall, if you want to watch Dragon Ball Z in 2022, you should probably watch Kai.
I would argue if you want to watch Dragon Ball and Z, you should just watch Dragon Ball.
I would
stop.
I
Just
would.
watch
I would tell
original
you to
Dragon
go watch.
Ball.
I would tell you to instead go watch Yu Yu Hakusho because they did that show
I
right
hate
the first
this.
time.
All right. I found at least one of the fight scenes that has Drowning Pool in it. I fucking found
What
one.
is it? Are you sure it's not a Team 4-star joke? Or did they just not need to make that joke?
Like I can verify that Drowning Pool was indeed used. For
Oh no, I
Uh,
lost.
give me-
I lost
give me a
because
link
they caught a body.
Oh no.
I hate
Anyway,
this.
give me a link to this. I need to see this.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is like I guess some of the music in Dragon Ball Z Kai was like fucking stolen. But yeah, I can accept the idea that actually maybe if you're gonna watch one of these, maybe just watch. Oh, look, it's me, Stealth Bauer.
What is this? Assassin's Creed?
Look at this crouch. This is just the Alpha Protocol crouch running animation.
Oh yeah, your poor back.
Just like, ugh.
But yeah, this is totally you're just like walking with a crowd like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I can see where they stole it from.
I'm getting an ad right now, so I don't know what you're doing.
It came. I'm playing a bad video
Let's
game.
make another stop.
Imagine Kiefer Sutherland, but his back is bowed with decades of trauma.
Yeah, this is just Assassin's Creed.
I mean,
Your daughter's life is on the line.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, there you go. There's at least one scene.
This is cringy. It's bad, but I was like 11 or 12 when this would have aired on Cartoon Network. I would have thought it was pretty fucking cool back then.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no,
Oh,
yes,
cool.
it's just the fact that what if we replaced the old Dragon Ball music with fucking new metal, bitch? Is that
That's some. Yeah, no.
I mean, that was kind of the image that Dragon Ball had then, though. As this sort of like edgy cartoon thing. It's not, if you've ever actually watched it. It's like
Very
most of the time very silly, and most of the time knows it. But
I have to very slowly drag a body behind these couches.
hey, you remember Thief? How that was fun? How you had to pick up bodies and get them out of the way sometimes? What if we
Yeah,
put
I
that
love
in this
Thief.
3D action game?
I love Thief. And by that I mean, what the fuck?
Kim will pay the price.
Security. A member of the tour group is missing.
Oh, forced. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember the opening.
yeah.
My brother won't let me forget the opening
It's the
theme
Grand
because
Tour.
He keeps,
Yes.
he keeps saying "Step into the Grand Tour" anytime he
Welcome
can.
to the
just to make
Grand
me
Tour.
cringe.
All right,
You could
have
be
I
playing
ever
a
talked
better
about
video
how
game.
forced stealth segments, especially in mid-aughts video games, is one of my least favorite things? Which is weird because I normally like stealth games.
It's almost as if a game that is built around a certain mechanic or style of play will be better than one that isn't.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, yeah.
Careful, Jack.
Security. A member of the tour group is
Jack.
There's a scene where
Jack. Now Kim will pay the price.
mustachioed Vegeta's teenage daughter tells him his mustache is lame, and he goes and shaves it.
Yep.
And he goes walking around the house trying to get people to notice, and they don't notice. And I found that
Yeah.
yeah, GT's bad.
Remember when
GT
Vegeta
seems real
committed
fucking-
genocide within like a minute of landing on Earth?
Yes.
You should have kept them dead on
I
Namek.
mean, listen, at the very least, his whole villain to hero arc took a long time to actually fully go through.
And it only happened because he did a time skip and didn't actually put the work in to develop him into an actual
Well, that's
hero.
Toriyama's fault. Also,
Yes.
short shonen anime's fault.
Sorry, somebody who
Can we
just
go back to our
recently
discussion about
finished Suikoden 2, I'm sick of people absolving villains.
Oh, were there people in the comments being like, Joey did nothing wrong?
Make another stop.
Not then, but there definitely had been some people throughout that playthrough.
Okay, because
about the
Joey is a... Should we ever play Suikoden 2?
He commits mass murder a lot.
Joey is a...
And extends a horrifically brutal war, resulting in the deaths of tens of
Joey
thousands
is a
of
fucking
people.
war criminal.
But don't
piece
worry,
of shit. But
he's
it's
friends
okay.
with the protagonist, so it's fine.
Oh no, there's a camera to your left. That's okay. You saw it.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that I'm like 10 seconds behind you.
Hey.
Yeah,
Thief is a good franchise.
Yeah.
Thief is a good game. You should play
DC.
the Dark mod.
Which one's that one?
That is the UE3 fan-made game.
Oh.
Maps and stuff. There's a lot of garbage in there, but you can find
This
some
is
great
go-
maps.
This is gonna trigger Braden. Deadly Shadows is better than 2.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
No, yeah. I'll say that Deadly Shadows is better than 1.
Sure.
Robbing the Cradle is the single greatest level
Yeah,
in
okay.
Thief history.
Congratulations. One good level. Know how many good levels Thief 2 has? A bajillion.
Thief 3 has plenty of good levels,
Yeah.
but Thief 2 is like the legitimately
Thief
some of the
3
best level
is
design.
hamstrung by being on the original Xbox.
Yeah. Also, they were like
Robbing the Cradle
obsessed with
is
the
the
structure
single
of
greatest
open
level
world.
in the franchise's history.
Okay,
Yeah, but
Grandpa, there's more than
Thief
one
2's
level.
average is better.
I'd rather have a batting average than someone who just hits a home run. That's a bit of a sports terminology for
You're
you
more
there.
of a Thai France player than a Cal Raleigh. To use modern players.
Isn't all of that? Is all of Thief 3 third person? I seem to
You
recall that
can
game
make
having
it.
a
You
third
can
person
play it
camera.
third person.
Yeah, don't though.
You shouldn't.
Okay.
But they made it third person because
Thief 3 is still good. At least
yeah,
you can give me that.
absolutely.
Fucking
Especially
Thief 3 is the second best Thief game.
Thief 3 Gold like fixes
Not
a lot
exactly
of the basic problems with that game.
It's a very good game. And actually, Thief 4 actually has a level that very clearly is harkening back to the Cradle, and it's surprisingly okay.
Yeah, no, Thief.
It's in a asylum, I think.
Thief 4 has always seemed like a game that's okay. It just has the misfortune of being called Thief.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Thief 4
swooping
is
movement
also...
ability in that game is phenomenal. It's so good.
And the version of Garrett in 4 is good.
It's
they
the
should have just made it
girl
the
that's
same.
irritating.
I don't know why on earth they decided they needed to reset the timeline. It's so stupid.
It's implied that it takes place in the future of Thief because you can find the original Garrett's metallic eye.
Which is stupid. Like, why name the new one Garrett as well, then? Especially considering that, like, Thief 3 ends with him, like, catching a cut purse and then implying that he's gonna teach them. And so they even took that forward into Thief 4. It's like, why not just make it the original?
Oh, I was supposed to go back with the tour group after I hit the body. I hate this game.
The bodies while the voices stop.
Why do you play bad games? Just
'Cause it's
fascination?
fun.
Part of it is fascination. Part of it is because I'm sick and I think it's funnier to play. Like, who on this... Everyone... What is the most streamed game on Twitch right now? It's gonna be fucking League of Legends or Fall Guys or Fortnite.
I mean, but there are plenty of good games as well.
Yeah. Okay, what are the people streaming? What are the humans streaming?
It's just VTubers chatting.
I mean, I know the VTubers are all playing Power Washing Sim together, and to that I salute.
I kind of want to play that.
We should. Can we play Power Washing?
You should
Simulator
play
together?
Hard Space Shipbreaker instead, because Hard Space Shipbreaker is more of a game.
I don't know. I had maybe the most fun watching today's UPF where they were just playing Power Washer Simulator and yelling at each other. I think that today's UPF might have been some of the most fun I've had with
Yeah,
UPF.
that was fun. I did not watch all of it.
You could play...
Oh, someone's playing Virtual Hide-A-Lide.
It's a good speed run of that game.
Yeah, I saw the speed run of that game. I'm good.
You could play Xenoclash there.
Okay.
Brayden, why
But
don't
here's
we
the
do
thing.
the dark deed that we need to start sooner rather than later.
I mean, the good news is I already have a head start on you because I played 5 hours of Legend of Dragoon.
All right, you guys are playing that.
I want to die.
Okay, is everyone here?
What?
Good. Let's go.
Oh, that game's all right.
It seems
Completely
totally
mediocre
fine.
and fucking boring.
What? Legend of Dragoon?
Lavit Slambert.
Lavit Slambert.
Fucking Jesus.
Just like the fucking garbage, like Babelfish level translation job that gave us Lavitz Slambert. Who is...
It's just...
All that time I took orders from you. How does it feel to be on the receiving end?
I was hoping for Nox, and I feel weird saying that.
Now that's the true hell. Yatsu did something bad to you guys.
Nox is interesting.
Is it?
And it's short.
I've said this before, and this will probably be like the only topic I can speak of when we play Nox, is the thing about Nox is it is a relic from a very specific
Feel free to take advantage of our cafeteria.
gap
If you have any
between
questions, I'll be here for the next half hour. Use the elevators.
Leave the tour group here, Jack.
Thank you for visiting.
We need to get in
Between
between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2.
past the guard.
Opening cinematic of Nox is wonderful.
Yeah, the opening, the part where Nox is actually just an isekai.
Yes.
Sir, I need to see your security pass. Okay, then all seems in order. Now let me make sure your name's on my access.
Oh yeah, we
card.
should play Nox multiplayer.
Oh, right, here it is. David Linnell. Huh. Haven't seen you before. You, know your way around?
Yes, I'll be fine.
He said to no one.
All right, then. Have a nice day.
Apparently Yatsu mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
These dogs barking at each other. Stop.
I mean,
barking.
listen, I'm happy to play Dungeon Lords, but I draw the line at Nox.
It's not that
the
bad.
the part where you and I were like we were having fun with Dungeon Lords despite the fact that it was breaking endlessly.
That's why I think that is actually kind of a good bit for going forward with charity streams, is playing a couple hours of Dungeon Lords. Because I feel like you can't spend more than a couple hours of that game before you've run out of things to talk about with it.
But
there's enough going on with it that every time you come back to it, you're always going to be reasonably impressed. Like how this skill system is actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, you can tell it's the wizardry guy making this game, huh? Oh, fuck you, video game.
When do you want to finish Halo 5, if at all?
I would like to finish Halo 5.
Because we got to about halfway through that game.
Yeah, there's no buts.
Unlike the TV show.
The room you're in has equipment monitored by heat sensors. Unless you keep moving, your body heat will raise the temperature.
What?
And trigger an alarm.
Body heat sensors?
Copy over the program. Make sure no one sees you while the file is copying. It's very careless, Jack.
Oh. Oh, I have to move between little...
This is real stupid.
This is quality video game.
You're doing well, Jack.
All right, well.
You need to get a sat-link cable from the equipment room.
This hacking minigame is so asinine.
Most of them are.
Yes, but this one especially.
Bioshock 2 is the best hacking minigame.
Shut the fuck up.
You just shoot at it from a distance and then push the button at
Shut
the right
the
time and
fuck
it's done.
up.
It's done. It's over.
Get the fuck out of here with that. That's like... I'm not even gonna dignify this any more than I already have.
What's your problem with it?
Next thing you're gonna say is you like the pipe game in fucking Bioshock.
Hey, remember when I had to solve a pipe dream puzzle?
But in Bioshock 2, you don't even have to walk up to the thing you're hacking. You just shoot it, and then you push the button when it's over the blue lines, and then you're done. It's not good. I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah,
but at least it's short, and it doesn't take you to another screen.
This pile of shit is a little bit taller than this pile of shit.
You ever think about how God hates us and we're all going to die in a sinful world?
Okay, Nietzsche.
You ever think about how I have spent hours of my life playing this game.
Yeah.
Today you've spent 1 hour and 4 minutes. You're gonna do it. You got it.
Plug in your PDA and copy over the program. Make sure no one sees you while the file is copying.
Picture stuff in 24 at the time was a big deal.
Oh yeah, the picture in like this show had a look. It had an aesthetic.
That picture-in-picture stuff probably was pretty cool back then. I mean, it's kind of cool looking now. It's
been done to death it was done to death to such a degree that we had to stop doing it because
everyone was parodying it.
Oh, I meant doing it in this game. Looks.
Oh yeah, doing it in this video game.
Oh yeah, and the part where it
looks
tanks
like
the frame rate whenever that happens. Yeah, that's.
I mean, yes, there's a reason it does that, but.
I just like the ineffectual door kicking animation.
Okay, now hook your PDA up to the base terminal of the satellite dish. Ready to upload? To avoid being tracked, I will ask you to change frequency while the program uploads. Now, enter the following
4, 3, 6, 9, 0, 0. 7, 9, 2, 1, 1, 3, 0, 5, 3, 2, 0, 9.
0, 5, 3, 2, 0,
7,
9.
8, 0,
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 9.
No, I think I got it right.
4, 5, 8, 2, 9, 1.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, when that song came out,
That's right, Jack. I did a terrorism, Jack.
When that song came out, it was the phone number to a high school.
Yatsu, I think this was made by some of the people who worked on The Getaway. Because this was,
Will find me.
Willie? It's been uploaded. Start the decryption. Very good, Jack.
I gotta look this up.
Your assistance won't be needed
What?
any longer. Thanks for your help.
Getaway team is not. That's a team I have not thought of for quite some time.
I swear to God, Madsen, if you touch her,
you better be careful, Jack.
I remember they were supposed to make that one PS3 Getaway game and it never came out.
No. I don't.
Team Soho.
following takes place.
It was the team who made this game was, I think, Sony Cambridge, who are now some sort of support studio for Guerrilla.
Jack, where are you?
That's right. Team Soho went on to be Team Bondi.
That's right.
I know. I'm the reason for the alarm. What are you doing there?
They made a game that turned out to be deeply problematic.
It'll be several hours before they can decrypt the drive. We'll have it back in our possession by
really,
then.
that's all you can say about it.
I know that, Jack, but Tony, now is not the time to let
Apparently they were also making a game called
Whore of
else.
the Orient.
Yes,
that's
that.
right.
Trace an IP address. See what you can pull from it. The address is
Which,
292.69.
yeah, what a name.
Yeah. All right, got it. I'll call back when I'm out of here.
I started to say it, and I was like, I don't know if Braden wants me to say that on his stream, and then...
That's fine. Listen.
You know what? The person who's part Asian, I'll do it for you.
Weirdly enough. Oh, cool. Now I get to do another driving sequence. Another driving sequence where I get chased by the cops.
Gotta make the most of this vibrant open world they made.
Hey, you know, they made this extremely accurate map of Los Angeles. What the fuck? I nudged that car and it exploded.
I
fucking
just saw it.
Frame rate. This is like that Vin Diesel driving game.
The Wheelman?
Yeah, remember the Wheelman?
Midway's the Ubisoft's The Wheelman.
Is that Midway or Ubisoft?
It was Midway, and then they got Ubisoft to pick it up because this was right when Midway was completely collapsing.
Why did that one car blow up, but that car didn't? You'd like fucking T-bone that other car.
The car has an IED! Tony, they used a car bomb in central Los Angeles.
Alex Navarro's review for 24 the game is a work of art.
It's very funny. It is of its time. I will say. But yeah, it's a very goofy video review. It's got some fun energy to it. As opposed to this.
What? It's so wonderful here.
I'm having so much fun. I mean, it could be worse. I could be playing Daymare 1994 Sandcastle. Which is...
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, the new Daymare game is coming out this year.
Wait, what?
The prequel.
The prequel, yes.
1994.
Daymare 1994 Sandcastle, the prequel to Daymare 1998. So we can learn why Sandman is called Sandman.
Oh, what?
Because...
You mean to tell me they made enough money on the first game that they could make a second game?
I guess. Despite the fact that... What? How do I get out of the vehicle? Whoa!
What the fuck?
I hate this game.
Comedy gold.
Try it again.
Like, it's doing the thing that it does in every fucking 24 season, where at some point Jack has to do something illegal because they have his daughter, or they're holding someone hostage, or he's got to break the rules because those dang suits. Remember that part where Jack just ices Chappelle in the back of the head?
No.
Yeah, that...
Or what season was it?
That's
Maybe
3.
I do. Okay, then no.
Like, season 3, they basically try to kill off as many recurring, like, problems as possible to force themselves to do something else other than have, Sherry Palmer and Nina Myers be, like, recurring antagonists.
Nina Myers is still...
Nina Myers gets killed in season 3.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought
Jack
she was
fucking
captured
shoots
during
her.
season 2. Oh, that's great.
Like...
I mean, it's deserved, isn't
like,
she the one that killed his wife?
Yes, she killed his wife.
You know that originally they had 2 different versions of the ending.
Yeah.
One where she lived and one where she died. And I don't know why they decided to go with the heartbreaking one, but it was the right choice.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a fucked up ending.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the first... Hey, remember how Dennis Hopper is the main villain of season 1?
Oh god, yeah, it's Dennis Hopper.
I forgot about that. I forgot that it was fucking Dennis Hopper doing this questionable Eastern European accent.
Right, that's why I didn't remember it was him. Yeah.
Isn't he also the bad guy in Speed?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he is.
R.I.P. Dennis Hopper. Yes, he's King Koopa.
Alan Alda's the villain in what's the James Spader fake
Blacklist?
24 light
Blacklist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, yes. Blacklist
they blew him up at one point. That's why I stopped watching. It was like, they killed off Alan Alda, I'll stop here. But yeah, he blew up in a big old explosion of meat.
I'm to understand that Blacklist also gets very dumb in its later seasons.
Oh, the later seasons are so bad. Fucking, it's such a bummer.
And then, you know, and then there... I know... Because I know some of the people who worked on... Yeah! Fuck you!
This game from Medic.
Yeah! So here's what I bet is that I wonder if at some point this game was going to be like an open world GTA style thing, but then they got the 24 license and were like,
well, now all this budget has to be spent on Kiefer Sutherland.
Now we have to spend thousands of dollars on Kiefer Sutherland. I'm gonna be real. I think Kiefer is very good at I'm saying Kiefer Sutherland is a man who's very good at playing Kiefer Sutherland.
Yep.
He does a very uncharacteristically not Kiefer Sutherland performance in Dark City.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you know, back.
That is a movie I have that I have not seen.
Kiefer Sutherland has done in Lost Boys, for example.
Stand By Me.
He's barely in Stand By Me.
Kiefer Sutherland's also Canadian.
And British. He has triple citizenship.
I think a car just exploded behind you.
That's fine.
Wouldn't be the first.
I mean, fine for you.
I like how I'm literally trying to lose the cops in the exact same area I was trying to lose the cops beforehand.
And it worked.
The weird thing about Kiefer Sutherland is that when 24 was being made, he went on Fox News and basically publicly declared that he's politically a socialist, and like Bill O'Reilly didn't know how to process that.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, I'm Canadian. I think that we should have socialized healthcare, free universities. I think it's an absolute no-brainer.
Oh, I love this. I love this ragdoll. When it comes to Canadian actors who do video games, I prefer to speak with Michael Ironside.
Jesus Christ.
Michael Ironside is also great.
That was a good ragdoll. What was the ragdoll game for PS3? It was just like all about... Huh?
Pain?
Yeah, that might have been it. It was just all about like killing dudes and making them ragdoll.
Yeah, Pain, I mean, yeah, consider that Pain was the game that was coming out for PS3 around the same time as, like, some of the really good early Xbox Live Arcade games, your Symphony of the Night port, or Geometry Wars Retro Evolved. Yeah, perhaps you've heard of Geometry Wars.
I have. I played a bunch of it on the PS. On the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I did as well. Okay.
Yep.
I've said this before. I really liked 24 at the time.
I really enjoyed my time with the 2 seasons I watched.
Yeah, just watch the first 3 seasons and stop.
No, I stopped at 2.
2 is also good, but 2... The only thing I remember about 2 is, at one point, the lady character who doesn't do anything, her sister...
Right, the one that Tony is into?
No, her name's, like, Kate something. She's the blonde lady. And her sister... It turns out her sister is an evil Muslim terrorist. Like, her sister got radicalized to be a Muslim sleeper agent.
Yeah! I blocked that out from memory.
And then the other thing I remember is Xander Berkeley. He sneaks onto the plane that Jack has that has the nuke. And he's like, Jack, listen, I'm dying of fucking cancer. Let me blow myself up in the nuke. Yeah. You deserve to live.
Yeah. Oh, man, there was some okay stuff in
Yeah, okay, maybe 24 is great. Maybe 24 is good. Saying those words out loud.
Is Ken Bauer's arc, which is just...
the worst.
It's like a comedy of errors at some point. It's like a combination of a comedy of errors and just like the most absurd serendipity you can imagine.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where you know, the way they wrote that show was very much they were writing it as the season was airing, which means
it feels like that.
Which means they had no idea what the fuck they were doing or how they would get from A to B, and that's why, especially those early seasons of 24, feel very, like, fucking
seat of your pants.
Yeah.
As in the guys making it are flying by the seat of their pants.
Yes, it is very much like we don't quite know what we're doing, but by golly, I hate this. I hate this driving so much. But yeah, like, just absolutely no idea what we're doing. But by golly, that's why there's always a bad guy behind the bad guy. And that's why season 4, which I think happened, like, I think they actually planned most of the season in advance with season 4. That was their attempt. And that's why season 4 has Arnold Vosloo as the main villain, I think, for the entire show, for the entire season.
I'm nodding my head. Go ahead. Keep going.
You know, he's Imhotep, the mummy.
Oh, boy.
From The Mummy.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I saw that movie again recently. Still fucking great.
I'm gonna go all conspiracy theorist here, and I'm gonna say it seems like this game has like designed its chase scenes such that it knows exactly where most people will get too frustrated to keep playing, and that's where it stops rubber banding the police cars, and then just basically lets you auto win. Because that's what it seems like happened just now.
Oh, look at Chappelle being like, Jack, you piece of shit.
You broke into a government building and illegally uploaded restricted software to a terrorist organization. That goes against everything CTU stands for, and that makes you one of them.
Ryan, I had no choice. The decision...
You did have a choice, and you made the wrong one. Now get back to CTU. That's an order.
I'm sorry, Ryan, I can't do that.
Jack. Rogue! He's going rogue! Jack, I want power here now!
What are you talking about? Okay, Superboy, here's your chance. You get to the water tower and see what you can do. I want whoever's busting in wiped out.
These faces are actually pretty good for the
Yeah, no, like these are like, oh good, I get to play as Chase again. ZP,
what?
Can we talk about how dumb Chase is?
This is a very bad character.
I think it's very funny that, like, because of how this season is set up, they have to introduce Chase as a character. Because even though his entire role in season 3 is to just do nothing and then get his arm cut off.
Yep.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh boy, PS2 aiming, yay.
Oh, it's not just PS2 aiming, it's also... What the fuck is this frame rate? My favorite video game. I once again would like to point out that all these terrorists have fucking do-rags and fucking cut-off jean vests.
Yeah.
That's the uniform.
That's what terrorists... That's how...
Edgar yet? Is Edgar in this game?
No.
Talk about, like, one of the most gut-wrenching moments of Season 5.
Oh, yeah, when he dies.
Fucking gut-wrenching.
I believe he's one of those characters they added in Season 4 and then immediately killed off in Season 5 because...
Boy, the frame rate for this sniper sequence seems real frustrating.
Also, they're shooting at me.
Edgar dying in 5 was pretty bad.
Oh no.
Get back here and help defend the main building.
Yeah.
And then, like, maybe one of my favorite events, we're already talking positively of Season 2, but the redemption arc for George Mason.
Yeah. Because in Season 1, he's, like, very much
your
an
typical
asshole.
snarky director.
Yeah.
And then the way he's, like, finally accepts his inevitable death.
Yeah, because his subplot is literally he gets exposed to radioactive polonium or something. I hate this. There's a lot of things about... I would be very interested in going back to that show. I don't think I will. I think is how I'm going to say it, because boy, sure is just like the most neocon television show imaginable, huh? Which is why instead I will vicariously 24 the game. Okay, take cover, you stupid piece of shit. Oh, I'm dead.
No.
I do like the ragdoll, but boy, the frame rate in this game, huh?
Yeah.
Because
anybody ever played Kill Switch?
No.
Fuck. Rio Starwin played it, and he said this is fun for like an hour. Now this is the entire gimmick for an entire game.
I should play Winback.
And I'm like,
he did both.
Okay. Because, you know.
you were taking cover, and I was like, remember, it's like, this was after Kill Switch, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was
What was
06.
the first
This
game
was the
where
same
you were
year as
taking-
Gears of War. Which, let that sink in.
Yeah. This was wondering, like, what was the first game that had, like, you push a button to hide behind cover and then pop out like that? Because I know Kill Switch was famous for kind of starting it, and Gears of War made it good. But I don't know what else has tried it.
Okay. Because Winback was an N64 game with the stop and pop cover. Oh, chat. Does anyone have any questions?
You're having fun, right?
Am I having fun? No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're having fun.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I have fun when the video game is bad in a way that is fun.
Would you have enjoyed this or playing Siege more?
I would rather play Siege, because at least I can watch Justin play Siege well.
I make no promises whatsoever.
Also, at least I can play Siege at 144 frames per second. As opposed to 18 question mark?
Also, there's at least something to appreciate about Siege, whether you're good at it or not.
I mean...
Or maybe not, I don't know.
Siege has, what is it? What's his bucket? Siege has Tachanka.
Mm-hmm.
Who, I
now has...
The Krogan homeworld?
Yeah.
No, there is a character named Tachanka.
Oh, no.
Siege, who... He used to have, a light machine gun that he would
stationary
mount.
turret. in a game that
stationary
is
light
all
machine
about
gun.
mobility and outflanking the objective.
And he was a meme character. And they completely reworked him, and now they've given him a grenade launcher that shoots like Molotovs that deny entrance to an area for a little while.
Is Castle still bad?
Castle is great in the right hands. You don't use Castle to block off an area. You use Castle to funnel the enemy team where you want them to go.
What are you doing here?
At some point, I realized that most defenders are actually the most useful at forcing the enemy team to make noise so you know where they are.
That's also deep.
Do what? I didn't hear you, Chris. Or you talking to someone else?
No, I'm saying this sounds too complicated.
You guys play CRPGs and Total Warhammer. This is not complicated.
It's about area control. It's just area control in a multiplayer shooter.
And also reaction times. I think
Don't want it. No.
Oh,
Too
no.
hard. Too hard.
Oh my fucking fuck! Anyway,
What the fuck was that?
they killed the NPC who I'm supposed to protect.
No, I know. I'm just saying, what the fuck is that?
This is hell. This is hell.
It's a hell of your own choosing.
Yes, a hell that cost me $10. Relkin. Do you know how much? Do you know how much a normal video game costs? 6 times that. Why, I've been saving millions of dollars just buying the cheapest, worst PS2 games money can buy. This copy here of Tekken 4 cost me but a nickel.
Where did this voice come from?
Me and the boys. Out there playing 24 the game.
Why does that guy with no body armor take so much fucking damage? You're shooting him with a fucking machine gun.
All bullet sponges.
You're jerking all over the place. And this is not your fault. That's the game jerking all over the place when you're trying to aim at a guy.
Yep. Nope. The way the thing zooms in is like bad.
Yeah. This is of the era where everyone thought that the way that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas did aiming was socially acceptable, and thank God that Gears of War said, nah, fuck that shit.
I mean,
and also Modern Warfare.
Resident Evil 4 and create standardized third-person aim.
Bastard.
No, I mean, yeah, it standardized bad third-person aim.
It's okay, Mike's asleep. You don't have to pretend. Or he's just like playing Super Auto Pets by himself in the dark.
He is not. He's not.
I will stand with you in saying that Remake 2 is the greatest Resident Evil game at this point.
It's a tie for me. It's
yeah, that's also a tie between 4 and RE2 Make for me. When you said a tie, I made an assumption there.
Oh, well,
Did you mean between 4 and 2
the
Make?
remake of 1 was what I was gonna say.
Oh. You know what? I shouldn't have.
You mean the remaster of the remake?
I mean, it certainly benefits from running at higher frame rates, but there are actually a couple. The PC version of Remake. Apparently, there are certain speedrun strats that only work at 60 frames a second because enemy AI is affected. So you can
There's parts of OG2 that make me still comfortable to go back to it.
I still really enjoyed replaying 2 a couple weeks ago.
Men who worked for Sid, a former associate of ours. Peter shot him when we were at CTU.
Which is why I feel comfortable saying that original 3 was kind of a disappointment.
It was hit. The synchronizer?
It's useless now.
This can be taken care of.
How? We have less than 5 hours. How can this be taken care of?
We'll be back in 45 minutes.
Dessler.
Michelle, it's Jack.
Michelle, it's Jack. I need you to break the law.
You know I can't find Kim without your help.
What do you need?
Madsen had a wife. Her name's Donna. I think she'll be able to lead us to Madsen. She used to live in an apartment complex in Covina.
And am I? Oh, do I get to torture this guy's wife now?
What a sentence.
You got the Patriot Act on your side, Jack Bauer.
That's right. Listen, America is under siege. First it was radical Islamic terrorism, now it's women and minorities. America has to be both David and Goliath.
I remember back in the day when the...
Anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna... Yeah, nope.
Just
no,
watch that John
wanna...
Boyce video about 24.
What were you gonna say?
Nope.
I'm a federal agent.
Let's make this about video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter, I haven't seen that son
So I like it when the video games let you shoot people in the face. It's real good.
Yeah.
Here.
I mean, I like it when the video games train me to
Synchronizer will
kill.
be located in one of the secure labs. Guards will be all over the place, so be careful.
Oh, here's a picture of my nephew lounging in the pool.
Coming after
He looks like he's having
You
fun.
don't want me doing that.
Here's the pool grand opening.
Okay. Anyway. Oh, we gotta. Oh, cool.
Hey, Melissa, I'm headed home now.
More stealth
Here's my door
sections.
card.
Oh, cool.
Dr. Phillips finally letting you go?
Yeah, we finally got the project working.
You
See you next week.
spin me right round, baby,
Okay,
right
bye.
round, like a record, baby, like a right round, baby. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Hey, Chris.
What are you doing here?
You want to look at the chat?
What did I do?
Oh.
Oh, I got it.
I got it. Oh, cool! Another forced stealth sequence. Thanks,
Walking by
20.
that desk.
Thanks, 20 for the video game.
That's the terrorist's desk.
Have you?
Hey, Melissa, I'm headed home now. Here's my door card.
Dr. Phillips finally letting you go?
Yeah, we finally got the project working. See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Oh. Come on.
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Appointment with Dr. Phillips?
I don't have any appointments on the books.
It was very last minute.
I'll have to go and check the log. Wait here, please.
Oh. Okay, go check the log. Anyway. Don't mind me, I'm just sneaking. This animation is so
God,
good.
the way he like hunches his shoulders, like just wow.
Huh?
Hey, watch out!
Huh?
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh. Time to use the stun gun. Oh.
Oh.
Hey!
Huh? What was that noise?
It was the Batman.
It's the Bat! I was doing a Metal Gear impression.
If the Bat shows up around here,
Well,
I'll show him what for.
Yeah, the Joker told us that the Bat was coming this way. He won't be no match for us.
Where'd the Bat go?
One of my favorite emergent dialogue things, actually, I think it was Thief 2.
Yeah.
I got caught by a guard. I immediately ran into the shadows, and he's like, "Don't think I can't see you just jumping into the darkness there." Like, it's like, oh shit, this game's smart.
Alright, there's a thief guard. It's more like, don't think I can't see you just because you...
In the shadows.
Went down to the bear pits other day.
There it is. There it is. That's actually quite on the nose.
No, you Taffer. Because then
like
we
we-
would have to worry.
Did we get Steven Russell on here?
Yeah.
Did you locate the device yet?
I'm getting there. The place
Kill
is
the guard,
crawling
kill
with
the guard,
security.
kill the
I
guard.
zapped the guard.
Kill the guard.
Don't piss around. We're on a schedule here.
Yeah, okay.
You take much longer, and I'll be there myself to hurry things.
Is this just a shitty Hitman game?
No, because
No.
Hitman has like systems and clockwork and
No, here's... I'm gonna say something about Hitman. This IO moving away from Hitman is probably good for them, and it's probably good for the franchise, because I would like to see a new developer be given the Hitman IP, and I would like them to go back to the blood money format, like the old school format of Hitman games.
No, thank you.
Reboot franchise.
No, thank you. I think what they've figured out something great. I think that what it sounds like they've done with 3 is they've just figured out a bunch of new like styles of missions and stuff, and I feel like that's the direction they need to keep going. But I don't want them to go backwards in terms of like, the greater structure.
I want missions, because
You
all
have
of
them
this
already.
like open world bullshit stuff, like I want a little bit more granularity to what I'm doing with these.
If they did that, those
Environments.
games would tank.
Oh yeah, there's no going backwards. I don't like.
every time I have tried to play
about a Fire Emblem.
every
No
time
going
I have
backwards.
tried to
Go
play
backwards.
every single time I have tried to play Blood Money, it has been a exercise in futility.
It was good in its day.
There's no way to fake my way past it. I'll have to
Yeah.
fake my way in.
But
That
it-
wedding
it's-
level is...
Yeah, the fucking wedding level. Also,
birthday
the
party.
funeral ending.
Oh yeah, the ending.
The ending of Blood Money, where you're fucking dead, and then you come out of your coffin, and you just murder everybody.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Fucking really good. Some have called it one of the greatest games ever made.
I don't know who did that.
No.
That's what's on the Wikipedia.
You know, people have also said, people have also called The Last of Us 2 one of the greatest video games ever made. Saying that doesn't mean anything.
It's on Games Radar's Plus's 100 greatest best games of all time. Polygon's 500 best video games of all time.
Did we ever talk about
And
how
then also SlantMagazine.com's 2015 article, the 100 greatest video games of all time.
Yeah, take that, security camera. Zappy zap, motherfucker.
Also, apparently, like, Warhammer 40k Darktide got Jesper Kyd to do the music, which is, you know, if there's
He
one
did
thing
it
that
he did it for Vermintide.
Vermintide, yes, I like Vermintide, but Vermintide is also like a different
Amazing.
type of Jesper
Perfect.
Kyd.
Wonderful.
What are you doing here?
I want synthy. I want the synthy. None of that fucking choral fucking bullshit. Just give me electronica Jesper Kid.
Speaking of Vermintide,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make Outcast Engineer work, and I don't think I can play that class.
Outcast Engineer is one of those classes that I don't. It's a little too, like, I don't like the crank gun.
Well, I love the crank gun, but the process of keeping the pressure up on it is like, I can't do it reliably. Like, I just cannot remember, like, every several seconds to crank it.
I cranking it is actually pretty hard, you know. Once you get older.
Cranking it.
No. Steam powered crank gun is very good. It's also
it's an extremely powerful class. It's just
cranking it.
It requires a very specific mindset. It's like the Pyromancer. Like, keeping your fire meter in the right range is hard to do for me.
You'll know me by the trail of flame.
Sounds great.
Jesper Kid.
Some of the cosmetics for the challenges for Outcast Engineer are fucking insane. Like, in a single crank gun activation, you need to get the killing blow on an elite, a special, and a monster. All in one. Anyway, that's just me continuing to indulge in my madness.
Jesper Kid also did the music Borderlands 3.
Yeah, and the music in Borderlands 3 is pretty good. I got nothing. You continue to, like, hold Borderlands over me as a threat, but joke's on you. I've already played some Borderlands 3. It's entirely what I expected.
Yeah, but we need to play Tiny Tina.
Okay, buy me a copy. Wait. Move quietly past the cages to avoid alerting the apes.
Alarm.
What the fuck?
I gotta be stealthy around the apes.
What the fuck? This is dumb.
Yes.
This is stupid. Fuck. Like, if they're doing animal testing, like, and the apes are fucking loud, it's like, yeah, fucking someone didn't get a banana, I guess.
No. Video game stealth rules suggest that any sound, any deviation whatsoever, that means that someone...
You met Melissa on reception yet?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Just don't tell my wife I think so. I'll never hear the end of it.
To be fair, sometimes I've been in a weird, like, tense, quiet situation, and a normal noise freaked me out.
Who are you?
I remember, like, over a decade ago now, I was house sitting for my uncle when he was out of the country for a while, and I was there for a couple weeks. And he lived in a neighborhood that was, like, still only kind of being constructed.
Oh.
So it was like he was on the edge of nothing.
Yeah.
And so it was late at night, and I was in the bathroom, and there was just this loud banging noise right outside the door, and I thought somebody broke in.
Yeah, that's fair.
I spent about 20 minutes in the bathroom, just, like, with it locked. I'm like, I don't have a phone.
You got a 46%, that's an F.
Good work. Let's get back to the base.
All right, Mr. Teacher.
The makeup test.
Can I ask you a question? What's
Day
gonna
after
happen in
school.
another 5 hours?
The downfall of Los
Oh,
Remedial
look,
lessons
she's
and
high
talk.
on drugs. Jack's asking questions to this drug lady.
The following takes place between 6 p.m. and 7.
This game is ugly.
Well, yeah, it's a PS2 game trying to go for a realistic aesthetic.
Deformation.
Yeah, but even
To
then...
do with earthquakes?
It doesn't just have to do with earthquakes. It is earthquakes.
Wait, are they going to try to make an earthquake?
No idea what a night there
Are the terrorists going to create an earthquake?
Who are you?
My name's Jack Bauer. I'm a federal agent. I need to
Earthquake
talk to you
machine.
He's dead.
about- You and I both know he's not dead.
I don't know where he is. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Donna.
Maybe you didn't understand. I want you out of my home.
I want you out of my home, Jack.
I'm
Bauer.
high on dust.
He staged an attack on Los Angeles CTU and killed dozens of people. Innocent people.
I've only killed dozens of guilty people. Oh, do I have to do the interrogation minigame now? Sure do.
That sounds fun. What to say other than that?
I need to find Peter. Can you tell me where he is?
You enjoy life.
He ruined my life.
I'm high on dust.
You have to start telling me what you know.
Jack Bauer's gonna make all your problems go away after you rat on your friends.
Rat on your friends, or else you'll get
Jack
the
Bauer was
lash.
You don't tell me where Peter is now.
They're going to use earthquake machines to make Escape from LA real.
He wasn't a husband. He was a monster. I should have killed him when I had the chance.
What? Oh, God. What? What? Okay, so apparently she passed out from being on drugs. I will say Daymare 1998 is going to get a write-up of some kind. This game will not.
I need to find Peter. Can you tell me where he is?
He's in hell for all
Weird.
here. He ruined my life.
I don't think there's anything particularly...
You have to start telling me what you know.
You think I'm holding back?
Interesting.
Yeah. No, it just turns out like it's a bunch of bad mini games overlying what feels like a
Please, I need you to focus.
B tier
People's
season
lives
of
are at
24.
Now tell me, where can I find Peter?
The made-for-TV movie where Jack Bauer had to save children in Africa from slavery.
That's a thing that happened. Or the half season.
Tell me where he is.
Wait, you don't remember this?
I
the half season. And
This
they did
is
the
where I stopped
made-for-television
watching
show.
24.
Tell me where to find Peter.
Jack Bauer had to save a bunch of children in an African village from human slavery, but he couldn't because the whole point is capitalism.
Tell me about Del Toro.
I've told you too much already. He'll kill me if he finds out.
Oh, there's a guy named Del Toro.
If you want help, you need to start.
He has an Oscar!
Don't you think I tried getting help? I'm beyond help.
Who is
Yes!
Del Toro and how does he know Peter?
There's just a button that you yell.
But that's who he is.
Oh, I'm on the dope.
What's the connection?
They used to trade guns for drugs, and when Peter left, I was stuck with Del Toro and a
Oh, I'm loving this LA Noir.
Yeah.
Like mood choice. Oh, this is good.
See, she's so high on dope.
There's no way.
Do you know how many men I've killed?
Donna, you need to tell me where I can find Del Toro.
This is just the mini game in
I'm in pain here. My head is.
yeah, this is just like LA Noire.
Talk anymore. Please.
Oh. Lady.
Please, Donna, I need you to hold it together.
Oh, now I have to fuck this video game.
Dead man.
I don't care about fuck this.
Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Sound like you're having fun.
He'll kill you before you even get near him.
No, because she's a drug fiend, you see, I have to now match the zone I have to get into is now moving up and down because she's on the smack. ZP.
Are you playing fishing from Stardew Valley? No.
This is more like
not
Big
quite.
the Cat's fishing in Sonic Adventure.
But it's a fishing mini game.
I promise.
I'll shoot him. This is how people act when they're on heroin.
There's not much time. We're downtown.
It's an abandoned apartment building. That's where he runs his business.
An abandoned apartment building? How convenient. This video game has been so much abandoned apartment building.
Come on, I need
Guess what's easy to render?
Tell me where
Yeah.
he is.
An abandoned apartment building.
I don't know. Maybe some pines somewhere.
Oh, do I get to drive there? I hope I get to drive there.
And
I
dodge
hope
the
that
police.
Del Toro is just a dude with a do. Oh, now she's on the heroin. Oh. Oh, good. I didn't have to drive. I was afraid the video. Oh, immediately. Immediately starting with Hefe.
I want to see Del Toro.
Hey, cabron.
That's Del Toro. You were a big help.
Just. Yeah, no. This is Los Angeles. I just want to find out about how the terrorists are going to create an earthquake using earthquake machines.
George Bush made a hurricane that destroyed New Orleans.
Oh shit! That man was so powerful he was floating.
CTU, federal agent. Over CTU, put down your weapon. CTU, put down your weapon. Federal agent, drop your weapon. Put down your weapon. Hands in the air now! CTU, put down your weapon. Hey, you.
Put down your weapon! Is the shotgun called the Montana because Tony Montana?
Maybe.
I've never seen Scarface.
It's alright, I guess.
Oh wait, mediocre tie-in video games. You can play the Scarface
Yeah!
game.
The Scarface like, what was up with the trend of them making fucking video games based on 80s crime films? Because there was also The Godfather.
I feel like all of those movies had at least some small surge in popularity.
They made 2 Godfather
That's
games.
the other. They made 2 Godfather video games.
I'll update you when I locate
Was one a follow-up of the other, or were they just like...
One of them was You Could Be the Dawn. But I know for the first game they got like Tom Hagen, or what's his name?
Hands in the air now!
Apparently, there was a version of the game where they even got like Marlon Brando at the end of his life voicing roles. They ended up having to like scrap all of his lines because it was just too foregone and apparently too elderly and infirmed. His lines were just not good.
When did Brando die? 2004-ish?
He's in the 2000s.
Man, can we do a watch party of the Island of Dr. Moreau?
With Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando?
Yeah.
I thought you did that for your Bad Movie Club already.
It needs to be seen. You guys need to see that movie.
Is it better than The Spirit of Christmas?
It's a different type of movie.
Federal agent, CTU. CTU. Federal agent. CTU. 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 Federal agent. Federal agent. Federal agent, take cover. CTU. Federal agent. Federal agent. Federal agent. CTU. Federal agent. CTU.
I'm sorry, I just love spamming the CTU button.
Federal agent.
There's not been enough neck snapping today.
Well, they refuse to surrender, so I can't accidentally snap their neck.
Accidentally. Tony knew what he was doing.
CTU, Federal Agent, CTU.
Hey, ZP, remember when Tony Almeida turns evil?
Yeah.
And then they don't do anything with that other than Jack fucking shoots him.
Just immediately shoots him and he's dead.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. What a weird thing.
It's almost like those later seasons of 24 are real bad.
I don't like the X-Files.
Yeah, people say those last couple seasons of the X-Files are real bad. What did people think of the reboot series? Because they did like one reboot season, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I thought the movies were okay.
I killed all of his bodyguards. Yay. Whoops, accidentally killed a civilian. It's fine. I really do I hope there's behind the scenes.
I'm the one you're after. Now what do you want?
I want to know about Peter Madsen.
I don't know any Peter Madsen.
Bad idea.
Peter Madsen.
Yep. Step one, shoot the leg.
Is this like near the end of the game?
No, let's see. So the game started at 6 a.m.
Listen to me, because we don't have a lot of time. I work for CTU.
Why should I believe you?
These guys have something big planned, and I just found out what it is. Here. I need you to call CTU. Let them know that the terrorist group that took over CTU is planning to cause a major earthquake. Now, I'll get you to a place where
They're going to use an earthquake machine.
It's an RGO 44.
Wait, that's not a joke. They're actually doing
Yes. They're going to use an earthquake machine.
that? Amazing.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
She needs to go now.
Let her go on a cell. I don't want to have to walk back up there.
I'll take her. I'll lock the cell. Don't worry. She won't be out of my sight.
Yeah, I bet.
Look, there's no cell phone reception down here. You have to find a place with a signal. Keep it short. We don't have a lot of time.
Oh, do I get to play as Kim Bauer again? Finally?
Where's the girl?
Oh, she did it.
Takes place between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Anyway, I do like that there was just a split cut of Jack torturing a guy.
Is she all right?
She's at Madsen's compound. But she's not sure.
Just, a good old montage.
Holding her captive, but she
You ever think about how 24 helped shape American public opinion on enhanced interrogation techniques? And made the American public think that hurting someone over and over and over again to extract information was a reasonable way of... Anyway, this video game's bad.
You had fun.
Unfortunately, it only has short range.
I have fun.
I know where to look.
Sometimes.
All the time.
All the time.
Sorry I'm late.
This is Dr. Jennifer Wright from the Geological Survey Agency.
Up and have fun.
So, you've been briefed on what we're up against.
It's frightening, to say the least.
So something like this might be possible.
Man, boy, Chappelle does not look good. Like, I don't know if it was a bad face scan or what, but he looks like a fucking ghoul.
I'm sending you a survey map now.
If somebody were to try
Like,
to cause such an attack,
Tony doesn't look great either, and neither does Michelle.
Large concentrations of explosives set of
In fact, no one in this game looks good.
There have been a couple of faces that surprised me, but yeah, now seeing some of these people, it probably doesn't help. You know what? I think the people that have surprised me are people who are played characters that I didn't see in the show.
Yeah.
And I know what these actors and actresses actually look like. So
I've never actually seen 24, and I still think that some of these faces look really bad. Like, the details actually there in a lot of cases, but they're arranged all wrong. Makes any sense?
Wait, Kim had
Especially
a tracker signal? And just now they're figuring out that Kim had a track? Okay. Anyway. It's time for more driving.
Yay.
By golly, we made this map of LA and we're gonna make you use it. I also appreciate that, like, Jack torturing this drug lord was entirely pointless.
Yep.
And only exists because they needed to create content for the video game. What's everyone's favorite video game city or video game rendition of a real place?
Driver San Francisco, I guess.
How do you feel about Watch Dogs 2?
That game's just a white void in my mind.
What about Assassin's Creed franchise? Can I pick, like, Brotherhood?
Okay. That actually, having been to Florence, I went to Florence once.
I'm a world explorer, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Arbitrary Water.
Hi, hey guys, I went to Europe when I was 16. I saw Florence.
In American Truck Simulator, my hometown is represented.
Yeah.
It's actually somewhat recognizable. One street is actually recognizable.
Well, yes, I believe my home state,
Yeah, I think Idaho was added.
Oh shit, no, fucking, Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, Hong Kong.
Sleeping Dogs. Fucking Hong Kong and Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs, the best game of 2012. I probably wouldn't think the same thing anymore, but I liked that game a lot when it came out.
Remember all the weird, pointless dating sequences in the game?
I remember.
The only thing I remember about Sleeping Dogs is Vinnie Caravella.
The combat's very
I still
fun.
like the combat combo system and countering system.
Environmental kills and stuff.
Yeah.
It is the closest to Yakuza a game has
Car
been
hopping.
with just, like, absolute, like, hitting a guy in the face and making it look as painful as possible.
Like, that game, one of the things that, like, surprised me about that game was, like, the escalation of violence in that game is pretty good. Because it goes from you, like, beating some dudes up, to beating some dudes up and definitely maiming them, to very definitely killing them, to killing them in gruesome and horrifying ways by the end of it.
Yeah, the only problem, and even at the time, I bet it's aged even worse, is the idea of needing to travel the world to get collectibles to level up your character and gain new abilities and stuff.
I've got to level up my cop meter.
Since
That
True
actually
Crime Streets
is
of LA
fine.
have we rendered a map of Los Angeles.
The whole, like, if you take the cop route with this mission or the gangster route with this mission, you'll get different intrinsic and explicit rewards. I thought that mechanic was fine. You just need to do, like, a mental calculus because there is a way for you to kind of split the difference and still get the most out of both build paths. I'm more talking about how you need to literally collect idols so as that you can have the different parry moves and different melee combat utility that you have to just go around the world and pick up torches or, like, little candles or just little trinkets. That progression system, I think, has aged the worst out of that game, but everything else in Sleeping Dogs is very good.
Okay.
I even thought the shooting was okay.
It was
if
fine.
If there had been more of it, I would have had a problem with it.
Oh, it's
but
Kate
for
Warner.
Something's going on.
What was there did its job, I think, well enough.
The same car keeps
Yeah,
passing the
yeah,
house.
and that's another game that unfortunately got a bunch of ho-hum DLC and then just put into the can, and we'll never see another game. I mean, we saw that weird like multiplayer triad game, but that was bad.
I feel like we all should have known then that was just gonna be. Oh well, I'm glad everybody likes Sleeping Dogs because it's the only one they're gonna make. I don't think any video games have had Charlotte as a city, so
I'll get back to you as soon as I've got Kim.
don't really have any particular fondness for any real life city represented, unless you count like Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator is just a technical achievement. I've said it before, and I'll say it again that yes, there are rough edges to using Bing Maps, but goddamn, that game gets better every fucking minute. And also, when the world kind of melts, it's amazing.
When everything breaks.
Yeah. If you want a game, I realize that it's uncomfortable, and I'm not suggesting that it's perfect, but a game that kind of does tackle life in the southern states of America, Mafia 3.
That is a game I own.
That's the one where you're
that
in
game
New
has such a
Orleans.
great opening 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's a great first quarter.
And then, boy.
And then it turns into an open
the
world
stuff
game.
at the end with the FBI is the worst.
Oh, I never got that far. I got into the beginning of the cycle. And...
Do you know
no,
what?
I do not either. I kind of actually plan on playing through that game. If it's awful, fine. But if it's a good ending, or if it's like a quote unquote good ending.
So plug your ears. I need to say this to at least Brayden.
Tag me when you're done.
Okay. You find out your character was one of the conspirators that assassinated JFK.
What the fuck?
That's what happens in that game?
That's what happens in the end of Mafia 3.
Alright,
Never mind. Video games are bad.
Yeah, the characters are responsible for planning.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Okay, I gotta tag him now, right? But it's good, right?
Yeah, that's
You know what? As someone who was not alive in the 1960s, this is one of that. Anything to do with that particular historical event just makes me mad. It's just like, okay, I get it, fucking boomers, it was the most important day of your life or whatever, but like, Kennedys are just a bunch of rich political aristocrats. Anyway.
So 24.
So 24.
How much more is there to say about this?
There is nothing. There is nothing to say about this other than like.
You spent $10 and
I spent $10 and by golly, I'm getting my. I have played more of this game than I have played Unlimited Saga well, about as much.
I would play this over Unlimited Saga any day of the week.
Well, yes, Unlimited Saga is poo-poo.
I vaguely recall warning Jeff Rude against playing that for a live stream charity thing some years ago.
Weird.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, that's the origin story. Yeah, and look where we are now.
So apparently part of The Walking Dead Season 2 takes place in North Carolina.
Sure.
That's about it. And of course some like sports games.
You can't count sports games.
I'm not.
Drop your weapon.
I'm gonna say that the Charlotte Hornets and NBA 2K.
My favorite video game characters.
Yeah.
Hornets look good. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dave, Manson wants me to help with the girl.
I don't know. I don't keep up with sports, even local sports. So
I've been paying
maybe they're
attention to
doing
baseball recently. Mariners did very well tonight. They had a grand slam. Mariners actually been doing super well. They've won 12 games in a row.
The only sports I vaguely follow is tennis. That's because my family is all into it. This is what video games are made of.
I remember family Super Bowl events growing up, and I remember hating them with a passion. So I wanted nothing to do with sport.
Yeah, American football is a shitty sport, and the culture around it sucks.
Yes. I would go sit in the back room at my grandmother's house, and occasionally would hear screaming and yelling from the front room, and then nothing, and then I just played Game Boy for a little while.
Just a poorly paced sport, in my opinion. This fucking part that drives me crazy has to be the amount of, like, every single time I go to my parents' place and they're watching football, and it's like, God, Jesus, fuck, why are there so many commercials? What the fuck?
Because it's the only television that anyone watches anymore. It is the last television, is football. And basketball.
It took... it took a long time. My mom only recently let my dad get rid of cable. He spent ages trying to convince her to get. He stopped paying for it. He told her, "You have to start paying for this," because it was getting so expensive, and she just would not get rid of it until recently. So, and there are plenty of people, at least around here, who are the same way, who just really want to keep cable for whatever fucking reason.
My dad's the same way, where it's like, he spent the night at my apartment, and he's like, well, you got a nice television. What do you watch on the TV? It's like, nothing. I just stream. It's like, well, what if you want to watch a sports game? What do you do? It's like, I don't watch sports. He's like, what? You don't, how is that possible? But my mom gets it because she got addicted to anime, so now she understands what streaming is.
Yep. And the part where your mom called Monkey D. Luffy One Piece is a memory I cherish.
I convinced my parents to watch Princess Mononoke with me once, and that was the beginning and end of their anime watching.
I think I said before how I got my dad to watch Weathering with You with me.
Oh, shit. What?
Yeah. This was one of the last times we went to a movie theater, because, you know, that was right before, that was in early 2020. And, yeah, so we watched Weathering with You. And that's how I got him to watch a bunch of anime, with me. And by that I mean I introduced him to Studio Ghibli, and stopped there, and to Cowboy Bebop. And that was about it.
I always think that the best introduction to anime is Perfect Blue.
It depends on the person.
No, it's just a great psychological thriller. It's not set in a fantastical universe. It's only 80 minutes.
So what's your story? You've only been a part of this group for what, like a half a day?
Something like that. Dave?
Dad!
It's okay, Kim. You're gonna be fine.
Your CTU?
Yeah, who are you?
I have not watched any anime in a long time, but my brother watched all of G Gundam, and he sent me a text at 6 a.m. saying like the horse has a Gundam.
Yes, the horse has a Gundam,
which was great, and I might watch that at some point.
I should watch anime again.
I watched all 3 seasons of Love is War recently. That show's fantastic.
Yeah.
What?
Love is War.
Kaguya-sama Love is War.
By the end of that 3rd season, it is just full on a romance show with occasional comedy, but it's one of those things where like, oh well, you earned it. You
yes.
You deserve to pull me in because
it doesn't do the thing that every other fucking anime manga rom-com does, where it just has to keep the status quo going for as long as possible. Like,
oh yeah, you've
characters
actually developed
improve.
a sense of intimacy with these characters where it makes sense for them to move forward with relationships and then also learn through those relationships.
You should set up over there.
Okay.
Do you know
Very
the
good.
protocol?
Very good relationship dynamics in that show.
Let me show you what I need you to do.
Surprised how much I liked Kaguya and Ishigami. She was initially murderous.
No, not too bad.
Became strangely supportive.
Hey, remember that time? Oh, there's a neck snap. Remember that time
nice.
that they did a whole choreographed rotoscoped dance routine,
yes, for a credit scene in one episode.
Yep. And it's like one of the best looking things. Oh, here we go. Next snap.
It's good. Although I will say the season 3 ending is excellent. It's just like a big Starship Troopers parody.
Seto kai poka 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 kaicho Kaguya-san min chika min
Starship Troopers parody might be a decent way to get me to watch it wrong.
It's literally it's a dream sequence. That's the ending. It's just a bunch of nonsense, and at the end he wakes up. It's quite good.
So season 2 from Made in the Abyss is pretty good too.
Oh, that's right. That fucking happened. I forgot.
That's happening right now. We're only on episode 3.
Do you think I keep up with seasonal anime, Dad?
Oh, fuck you.
Wait till the whole thing comes out and then binge it 2 years later.
Ah, fuck that. Who are you? Actually, I'm starting to enjoy television that only comes out once a week.
Oh, I bet. But
It turns out there is a lot to be said for watching a TV show and mulling it over for a week before getting to the next episode.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but when everything's out and you just feel obligated to watch all of it, I just feel like shit when I am
because
done.
there's so fucking much.
Like
when it's segmented for you, you can just it's so much easier to like
counterpoint. Back when I paid, this is what happened when I watched seasonal anime, when I actually still paid attention to anime, and like recent anime, and then I watched fucking Darling in the Franxx.
CTU.
Even as a Kill a Canned aficionado, I will say that show goes so far beyond the pale.
It's fucking. It's
Kill sucks.
Kill is phenomenal.
Awful.
You guys are.
How do you feel about Kisniver?
I lost interest very quickly. It's a good opening theme.
Yeah, I only saw 3 episodes of Kill la Kill, and I was just like, I can't.
Nope.
No, man, listen, it's meant to be horny. It's parody. Anyway.
It is a parody.
I mean, sure, but it's still horny.
Horny and also
you can't lampshade. You can't lampshade something and just be like, "Hey, look how horny this is," and then
and also like.
All right, now please go up and talk of the positive attributes of Gurren Lagann after making these criticisms.
Is Kill la Kill like being satirical, or is it just leaning into it as hard as it can?
It's
leaning into it as hard as it can.
It's
leaning into it, but then it completely loses the plot by its.
It's a trigger show, so it doesn't have a coherent philosophy.
It's a wonderful
especially
mess.
when the mom starts to kick into factor and she starts like actively molesting her children in front of the fucking screen. And then the whole fucking alien shit is just dumb.
It's great.
Anyway, I need to watch SSSS Dynazenon. That's a Trigger show that I will watch. And I know ZP's like, yeah, that show's super horny, but I'm like, yeah. But it's also...
Trigger... Go ahead.
Gridman's good.
I don't think a thing being super horny is inherently a flaw.
I don't have a problem with something
who
being
gets
super horny.
tired of horniness.
I don't have a problem with something being super
Then,
horny.
I bet you're looking forward to season 2 of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt.
I don't know what that is.
I'm fucking baffled they are making a second season of that. So the thing I have never seen Panty and Stocking, but the only thing I know about Panty and Stocking is like apparently the English dub is absolutely filthy. Like
yeah, so here's the funny thing. They hired the non-Trey Parker and Matt Stone writing team to do that.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone did do Penny. What are you saying?
They borrowed some of the writers.
They borrowed some South Park writers to do the localization script for Panty and Stocking. Okay, that explains a whole fucking lot.
I can't go any further without Kim.
I can't go any further without my buddy Super Kim.
I had to go verify this, but Trigger is making a cyberpunk anime.
That's right.
Sure.
CTU.
Kim, come. Oh, I gotta grab
the
Kim.
backstory is that the backstory is that for some weird surreptitious way, Adult Swim has a weirdly good relationship with those South Park writers because they hired them to do the Adult Swim translation for Crayon Shin-chan.
Oh, right. Okay, Yatsu in the chat saying, counterpoint, Ikitosen exists and is nothing but horny. Yatsu, the only people who know about Ikitosen these days are, like, weirdos who were vaguely aware of anime in the early aughts. I'm sorry.
Well, Ikitosen recently was rebooted.
Of course it was.
And also they did a crossover event with Senran Kagura.
Of course they did. Is it just as, like, hateful towards women as the original Ikitosen was? Because that's all I know about Ikitosen.
Ikitosen's about representing romance of the Three Kingdoms, but with booby anime girls who get their clothes ripped off when they fight.
And don't get me wrong. Sometimes I want... No, I don't. I don't actually.
Tell me more about High School DxD.
I watched 3 episodes of it, and I said, this is a lot.
The one thing I've watched, maybe, well, Anime Vice, but one thing I will say about High School DxD is, again, I've said this before, there is a consensual aspect to High School DxD that makes it at least marginally acceptable. All of those girls totally dig that dude digs them, and they are all happy to be in a harem together.
He's just also an absolute dipshit.
He's an absolute dipshit, and everybody calls him out for being a dipshit.
Anyway. Yeah, it's... I don't...
That's right, Senran Kagura did do a crossover event with Gantz.
Yeah.
You know, the body horror, almost a hentai at points.
CTU.
Seen in anime, manga thing.
Federal agent.
You know... That's just how that goes. Senran Kagura has no morals. How many paramilitary guys... Like, I have killed the entire population of a small town. And
Welcome to video games.
I know we're being like, oh, ho, ho, you guys ever hear of... Ludonarrative dissonance. but
term
like,
I haven't heard in a long time.
Hi, it's me. Take Betrayal water. Hey, friends. Isn't it weird how when you kill people in video games, you kill so many of them, and then like Nathan Drake, he says the sassy things.
I played Uncharted 4 recently. That game's great.
Uncharted 4 is the game that made me like the Uncharted games.
I still have never played an
am
Uncharted
always
game.
baffled when people dislike Uncharted 4.
I have never played an Uncharted game.
They're great.
The last Naughty Dog game I have played a significant amount of was Crash Team Racing.
I was about to say you stopped at the right spot, but those Jack games are probably still okay.
I will play
Jack
Jack and
3 is.
Daxter at some point. Where the
Jack
fuck
2's
is
real good.
Kim? I can't leave without my buddy Super Kim.
Jack 2 has that one bridge section that people hate.
Well, Jack 2 is also trying to be like GTA, right?
Yep.
Yes. Its difficulty is kind of uneven. Jack 3 is a much better game.
No.
What makes you say
So
that?
much fucking car combat. Ugh.
Its car combat's pretty good.
Oh, there's Kim. I'm sorry, she got stuck on the geometry. Hey, sweetie, we need to go.
I mean, since she got stuck on the geometry, you got to go through that entire section without having to tell her to take cover.
Yeah. It's almost like the video game part of this video game is barely functional in spots.
I'm
trying to think how much
I like Jack 3. I thought the car combat was cool, and there was a lot of it because decent. But it's in terms of like Naughty Dog's best things they ever made, it's Crash 2, 3, and CTR, and that's kind of it.
You know, I'm a big fan of Way of the Warrior, which I was very close to playing during my 3DO stream.
I've never played it.
Oh, we could play Rings of Power, Brayden.
Oh right. They put the porno Easter egg in the Genesis version of Rings of Power.
That's right.
Anyway, I saved my daughter.
But no, Uncharted 4, like...
No!
What happened?
Dessler.
The game break.
We made it out of the base. We're headed back.
I looked over, I was staring at an energy drink ad. As you said no, which is quite funny.
Hey guys.
But no, there was a lot of... Uncharted 4 has a lot of scenes that are mostly just dialogue and talking to people, and I always thought that was the best part of the other games. So... And
I'd
also,
say the only thing you could really say against that game is that it is twice as long as any Uncharted game.
It is a little bit long. They give you a grapple hook though.
Yep.
And you spend a lot of the later parts of that game grappling between ruins and shooting bad guys while grappling around, which means that you're not just sitting behind the piece of cover Naughty Dog intended you to sit behind for the entire game.
I really liked his relationship with Elena as well.
Yep. I should play that game.
It's great.
I keep, if I'm not mistaken, they keep saying there's going to be a PC port, so I was waiting for that.
I'm kind of worried though, because isn't she one of the main characters of the next one?
She's Lost Legacy? Yeah.
It's Chloe and
it's Chloe and Nadine.
I'm really torn on that because I love Chloe because Claudia Black has probably the most appealing voice on the planet.
It's true.
But Nadine is just like a bloodthirsty, monstrous piece of shit.
Also, she's a black woman played by Laura Bailey.
both characters are kind of morally bankrupt.
Chloe is like the lovable rogue.
Yeah, but she's still not exactly a good person.
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't like actively try and murder people on camera all the fucking time like Nadine does.
Been a little while since I played. I think Chloe's the one you primarily play anyway.
I'd be down for that.
It's been a while since I played Lost Legacy, but I remember them butting heads a bit.
I feel like maybe Nadine is remembered better because the like shitty tech bro villain of 4 is the one that's remembered more poorly.
Also, people were happy to see I don't know, a female character who's like genuinely a pretty significant headstrong character, even if she is a villain, and not a villain in like a really generic way.
Sure.
In a time where that was a big topic of conversation.
LA traffic, am I right?
Yeah, for when I finally got to play Uncharted 2, I actually remember being kind of salty that game got so much positive press, because I was like,
Arkham Asylum is a better game than
I was like,
Uncharted
this
2,
is just,
let's say.
I was like, this is just a movie with some interactive parts.
Oh, Uncharted 2 is so good.
Shit. It's okay.
Uncharted philosophically is what I don't see. When I want my games to be movies, I want them to be the shittiest approximations of movies possible, like 24 the game. I don't want to be running away from a thing going, whoa, 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 this is crazy, and then cracking wise as I shimmy along some ledges, because that's all video games now. All video games are shimmy.
I mean, here
Hopefully,
in 2022,
no!
I'll probably agree with. Here in 2022, I probably agree with.
What just happened?
My car blew up.
He almost hit the checkpoint, but then his car exploded randomly.
Why?
Here in 2022, I'd probably still agree with Relkin saying that Uncharted 2 is probably a game you should play, especially that PS4 version that runs at 60 frames per second.
That's how I played it.
And looks better. But if you played those games on the PS3 with the dinky ass fucking piece of shit controller the PS3 had, they were not great because the third person shooting was hard to keep up with.
Keep at it. Madsen's going through with the plan, so the bombs are there.
You guys excited for The Last of Us Part 1?
You're calling from Burbank?
I played some of The Last of Us earlier this year because my brother and I were talking about it when we saw the release trailer or the trailers and stuff for the remake of The Last of Us. I think that game's writing maybe hasn't held up as well as most people think it has.
I don't know if you know this,
I think
but maybe
the writing
we are
was
The
fine.
Last of Us.
I played that game within like a couple weeks of the pandemic starting, so I'd have a lot of bad memories associated with it.
I played Doom Eternal right when the pandemic started.
Which is probably a good game to play when the pandemic's
I've
Doom
made my feelings
Eternal,
on that game clear.
Best first-person shooter combat loop ever
You're not wrong, but you're also wrong.
I have never felt so intensely like into a first-person shooter's like combat as been playing Doom Eternal. But also that game has significant problems. I agree. Except for the Marauder stuff and the DLC, both of which sucked.
Oh no, is Jack gonna get arrested by Chappelle? And then at some point Tony and Michelle are gonna be like, Jack, we need you to sneak out and be sneaky.
Sneaky McSneakerson.
I've completed the system scan.
I thought The Last of Us's writing was a lot more comic booky than people give it credit for. Like that game starts off with you and with like Joel and his I don't know,
Did the system scan the signal screen
his girlfriend or whatever going off to kill some dude because he screwed him over, and you wind up just strong-arming your way through everything.
Oh, cool! I get to do another hacking game.
You sound like you're having a fun time. Shut up and play.
Oh, now they give you the hacking tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
I failed. Anyway, have you ever considered that man is in fact the real monster?
Whoa.
Whoa. Because I know. On one hand, I am excited for that new God of War. Oh, cool. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, on the other, it's just like I am so fundamentally against everything that game stands for on a basic philosophical level.
What do you mean?
I am fucking so done with sad dad.
Oh.
Shit. And also, like, a very, like, an attempt to create it, to make your thing seem important by, nope. By being like, I'm just saying a lot of game designers in their 40s started to have kids, and it was the worst thing ever. Because
I disagree.
There is no self-reflection whatsoever. Like, it is the goof I will continue to make is the sad dad video games. Sad dad video games sure don't know how to handle moms.
Just kill them.
Yeah, they're like
they just kill off the
I am a man in my 40s, and I have to acknowledge that I have a child, and I would like to protect them. And that is
fair,
now.
That's probably what would have to happen in order to make Kratos.
Actually, I'm not saying like as I said, I think that game is quite good, except for the loot, which sucks, and the post-game stuff, which sucks. Other than that, pretty damn good. I hate this hacking minigame.
It looks like shit. I never finished that God of War 2018 game. I was thinking about playing it on on PC and playing it.
It runs real nice on PC, it looks like, and PS5.
Can you widen the field of view at all?
I bet you can.
Is it easy to, or does it break?
I have no idea.
Because that game was made with a specific field of view in mind, and it is a very narrow field of view.
Yes. And that is one of my problems with that game's combat.
I was thinking about it, and I also thought maybe I'll just plug in my PS3 and play God of War 1 and 2.
That game is hey, know what's a good game? God of War 1 and 2, but especially 2.
Yes.
Having played 2 within the last year.
Hey Brandon, you've been playing this game for almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would like to apologize to you, my friends, for taking up your evening with this.
I don't regret anything.
I've just been playing Shadowrun Returns.
I
You
played.
can suffer with the rest of us.
I played a Baldur's Gate dungeon, so.
Have you gotten out of chapter 3 yet?
No, my next. What I want everyone. I want at least one other person to be able to access level 6 spells so that I can cast Pierce, because that game loves its mages, and those mages love their shields.
Cast Breach and cast Pierce.
So I have Breach on everybody and Pierce on one person. Nalia has Pierce, and that's it. Aerie doesn't have it. My main character doesn't have it. As soon as we get that, we're gonna go to spell hold and start doing their thing. And I got through that whole area on the Switch version, so I already know like that I should be able to do it at level 12 or so.
And you don't need to continue playing this.
I don't.
I don't think you sound happy.
I'm
One
not.
second. Let me. I need it. What is this game called exactly? 24 the game.
24 the game. Okay, I did it.
Main story to main story plus extra, 11.5 to 12 hours respectively.
See, I'm already halfway there.
That's it. Reboot the system and sync the locators with SatNav.
That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
I figured that would either embolden you to finish it or convince you to stop.
This, but I need you to come with me.
Kim, go wait in my office.
Dad,
Kim, please.
Oh, look, Jack, he broke the rules.
You know I did what I did because I had no other choice. And you know I wouldn't have broken into the agency if I didn't have to.
That doesn't change that it was against
Against regulations, Jack. The rules.
I know what they're capable of.
Human
rights.
Protocol, Jack.
I'll answer for my mistakes after, but right now you're wasting what little time we have by keeping me away from doing everything I can to stop these guys.
Fine, but don't think this is over.
Thank you.
Don't think this is over, Jack. You get addicted to heroin in season 3.
The following takes place between 9 p.m.
Then you fight your demons by saving children in Africa.
Yeah, he gets addicted to smack.
What have you found?
Not much.
Because he goes undercover in a drug gang, you see,
We're waiting for the locators
in Mexico. It's a whole thing.
We have an open channel. I'm starting the search.
No.
You sound like you're having a fun time.
I'm fucking done.
What do you hate more, this or Daymare 1998?
We're gonna have some solid nominees for worst game of your year.
Duke Nukem Forever still wins.
Duke Nukem Forever still wins?
Because Duke Nukem Forever has
Duke Nukem Forever looks better than this.
I mean, yeah, because I can control it with a mouse and keyboard at 144 frames per second.
And also looks like reasonably playable.
Is this game better than Starship Titanic?
Yeah, because I don't have fucking Terry Jones screeching at me as a British parrot.
Duke Nukem Forever better than Starship Titanic?
Yeah. Because Duke Nukem Forever won't force you to play the entire thing again. Yes, but running DNF at 144 frames per second makes a jump impossible during a shitty car sequence. That is true.
Don't you love it when physics are tied to frame rate?
I love it when the physics are tied to the frame rate. Okay. I think I'm done for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna not go to bed.
Rethink your life.
Because I slept in today. And my sleep
It's
schedule
1
is
a.m.,
fucked.
so I am going to bed.
But I might play some SWAT 4 tomorrow, depending on if I can get everyone together.
Oh?
No. I will ask the people involved.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. That's another game with a dedicated yelling button. CTU. Federal agent. CTU. Goodbye.